So though he demonized the Israelites, guess what? The more and more he's pushing out vibration in the earth, so the elect can come in the truth and be sealed and be delivered, man.
See?
You know? So
yeah, you'll be able to figure
get this one.
Okay, time.
You know? Because we in some exciting times, man. You know, Yahawah Most High is exalting his truth, his prophecies, man. You know, because very long time the truth has been so long without fruit. Now the truth is being declared, man. You know?
Start from the top. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 1.
Now this is a epistle or letter that Apostle Paul wrote to the church of Thessalonica, you know, which went to the Israelite foreigners. You know, now I was converts. I came out those Greek lifestyles, Greek culture, being Hellenist Jews.
That's right.
You know?
It says, now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Yahawashi Hamashiach, and by our gathering together unto him, that ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter, as from us, as that day of Hamashiach is at hand.
Yeah, so we're not supposed to be shifting the mind, man. You know, because the elect is going to be well grounded and settled and rooted in the truth in Yahawashi. See? So they're not going to be moved having presence of Esau, Edom's war tactics.
It's a little lower in the front, kind of like strong.
You know? Because why? The Lord has put us up on game by the prophecies, by telling us that Esau was going to do these things before they even happened, man.
That's right. Verse 3, let no man deceive you by any means.
See, let no man deceive you by any means. Yahawashi said the same thing in Matthew 24 chapter, man. You know, because it's a lot of vain deceiving, other circumcision of Israelites that's pushing false doctrine, not pushing sound doctrine. You know, we've been through all these ways of life in the world, you know.
Even with the current events right now, you know, you got the ADL, the Anti-Defamation League, trying to come out and denounce, you know, you know, anti-Semitism and all that. And, you know, they're going to be using that to deceive people because behind the scenes, these elites, they know that there's an awakening, man. You have a lot of people coming into the truth. And I can speak for the brothers, being out here on the highways and the byways for a time, you know, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, nobody was coming up saying, oh yeah, you know, Shalom or Judah or, you know, acknowledging that they're Israelites. But now, before we even set up, people were saying, hey, yeah, you know, I know the truth and we the Israelites, so on and so forth. But these elites, they want to suppress that. So once again, it says, let no man deceive you by any means. For that day shall not come except there come a falling away first.
Right, now what was the falling away? The falling away happened during the time of 70 AD. You know, when the Romans persecuted Jerusalem, you know, which led to the diaspora. You know, diaspora is a Greek word which means scattering. The southern kingdom, you know, Judah, Benjamin, Levi during that time, you know. So, you know, that led to us losing our nationality, man, losing our heritage.
Hey, I'm gonna say this real quick. There's a group of people over there, and about 5 of them is just looking over there. So I don't know what that is over there, but just, you know, keep a watch over there. All right, see him?
Yes.
Right. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin shall be revealed, the son of perdition.
Yeah, and that's Esau, man. The man of sin is Esau, the so-called white man. He's the son of perdition, the son of destruction, because everything he put his hands to is the quality of it changes, man. You know? Why? Because he's a wicked. He was accustomed to do evil. Can a leopard change his spots? You know, can those that are accustomed to do evil do good? No. No.
I want to bring out a precept because he says son of perdition. This is Revelation chapter 6, verse 8. And I looked and beheld a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him, and power was given unto him over the fourth part of the earth to kill with the sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with beasts of the earth.
Yep. And also, that's going to be all the play that's going to be happening in Jacob's trouble, man. But Esau, the Lord's going to use Esau to push out that vibration in the earth.
Yeah.
You know, because it's going to be a man-made famine. We already seeing it, man. You know, in the storehouses, it's a shortage of food. You know, meat, you know, supplies and stuff, man. You know, why? Because they understand that once people are, because food, like Pastor always says, famine is going to be the, not having food, famine is a motivator for people to submit unto Esau. This as it was in ancient Egypt. You know, when there was a famine, and Joseph was the governor of Egypt, which he was a righteous man, an Israelite, you know, and all those people were submitting unto Pharaoh, man, just for food. They were selling their houses, they even sold themselves. You know, so people are gonna be willing to do anything just to eat, get a piece of bread, man. You know, but we understand these times that the wicked is ruling, and he's not a man of his word, man. You see, because when the wicked is bearing fruit, the people want it.
I want to get a precept here in Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5, because we read in Revelation 6 and 8 that this pale horse, which is synonymous to Esau, it says his death and hell followed him, you know, which is hellish conditions. So in Habakkuk 2 and 5, it says, yeah, also because I start at 4. Behold, his soul, which is lifted up.
Yeah, because he's been exalted, man. Because the Lord said in Job 9:24 that the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. So that's an example of Esau being exalted.
Right. Get that from the top. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4. Behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him.
Yeah, so he don't have an upright spirit in him. You know, he has he's a degenerate. You know, the scripture call him profane. Profane means outside the temple.
Man.
He's outside the ways of Yahawashi. The Lord is not at all pleased with the sacrifice of the wicked, man.
Yeah. Well, that's why the scriptures call him Satan. If he ain't for the will of the Lord, then that means he's an opposition. You know, he's an adversary.
And Salaki, but if that man that we talk about actually has a depopulation agenda. And it is said that a real rich man just bought 95% of the farms in America.
Oh, yeah.
So that go along with the famine that you're talking about because that man's soul not lifted up right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because they don't want, at least the Esau, they don't want people to be self-sufficient. You know, they want everybody to rely on them.
Yeah.
See? Because Esau, he wants to make a total obedient slave, man, with no resistance against him, man. You know?
And that's that God-like complex he wants. See, on the right-hand side, you got the Heavenly Father, who's in control of all of, through his Son, of course, is in control of everything in the earth. He knows the hearts of man, man's goings to the Lord, so on and so forth. So Esau, which is the so-called white man, on the left-hand side, he wants that. That's why he wants to put that technology in. So he can know where you at, so he can know your thoughts. So he can press a button to destroy you from wherever the hell he could be. In the satellite somewhere and bring judgment on you from the heavens, you know?
Esau wants to be controlling death, just as the Most High is.
Yeah.
You know, but he's doing it in an artificial way.
Right.
You know?
Through technology and shit. So
but there was a movie called Belgian Scream when people they had chips embedded in their brains, man. And whoever I've seen them on time, didn't pass. Whoever didn't pass the simulations of the test that they were doing in the movie, they got exterminated when Esau pushed that button and their brains exploded, man.
Yeah. No. Let me get this one more time. Habakkuk 2 and 4. Behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith.
Right. Just are the elect, man. You know, they're going to live by their faith because faith is a gift. It's of Yahawashi. You know, so they have the gift of prophecy to believe in the Lord's name. Yahawashi says, "Blessed are those that have believed and have not seen." You see?
Now we will get this precept over here because it says, his soul which is lifted up. So
this is Sirach chapter 40, verse, you said 26, right?
Yeah.
Verse 26, riches and strength lift up the heart, but the fear of the Lord is above them both. There is no want in the fear of the Lord, and it needeth not to seek help.
You know, so you definitely
Sirach chapter 40, verse 26. Riches and strength lift up the heart.
Yeah, so riches and strength lift up the heart. Heart is from the Hebrew word la, which means your mind. And that's what happened with Esau, man. You know, how did he get his riches? By us. You know, transatlantic slave trade, man. That was big business. See?
And through a sword too. That's why he trusts in it, you know?
It
The
says,
transatlantic slave trade was part of his sword because he conquered tribes through the sword.
Yep.
You know?
and it says, but the fear of the Lord is above them both.
Yeah, because there is none above him that feareth the Lord, man. See?
And it says, there is no want in fear of the Lord.
Yeah, want goes into lack. So there's no lacking when you fear the Lord, man. Because when you fear the Lord, it goes into respect. You know, because the fear of the Lord is the beginning of a knowledge and understanding.
And it needeth not to seek help.
We needed not to seek help because the Lord's gonna help us, man. You know?
So back in, oh, you got something?
Yeah, I have some. This is Isaiah 31 and 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help.
Right, now we know Egypt, in the context of this scripture, is talking about America. You know, because America is spiritually, which, you know, America is Babylon the Great, is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. Because it's a high concentration of Israelites in America, Babylon the Great. All 12 tribes collectively, man. That's when the great deliverance gonna come in America. How the great deliverance came in ancient Egypt, man.
It says, and stay on horses and trust in chariots.
Yeah, that's relying on Esau's military strength, man. You know, his fire jets, his tanks, you know, trusting in the financial system, you know, investing in this world. You investing in a burning house, man, for your Israelites, man. You know?
It says, because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord.
Yeah, so our people, when you know our people in Israel, you know, they don't want to seek Yahawah man. Because it says in Malachi that, you know, you have said it is vain to serve the Lord because we have walked mournfully before the Lord of hosts. You know? So Jake don't want to come in the truth or mourn, but at least you know that, at least you know the truth, at least you know you're an Israelite, at least you know the prophecy, at least you know the counsel of the wicked, their agendas.
Yeah.
You know? You don't want to be ignorant to the fact of your enemy, man.
Yeah.
You know?
I got it.
Oh, yeah, you got it, man.
This is Lamentations 5 and 1. Remember, O Yahawah.
Now, Lamentations is written by the prophet Jeremiah, because lamentation means to cry, lament. You know, and he wrote this when he was in the Babylonian Empire, man. You know, because the people, they was worshiping other gods. You know, they was sacrificing their sons and daughters unto, in the valley of Nam, you know, to Baal, man. You know.
It says, remember, O Yahawah, what has come upon us. Consider and behold our reproach.
Yeah, you want the Lord to remember our lowest fate that we're in, man. You know? Because, you know, the fact that we're in this low position, you know, is the fact that we have sinned or disobeyed against Yahawah. Because in the ancient world, we were exalted. You know, during the time of King David and King Solomon. You know? And as a whole nation, we only have 40 years of peace upon earth, man. All those other years in our life, past captivities, has been nothing but travail and agony, man. You know?
That's why we have the book of Judges, man. We were in and out of captivity. And the Lord raised up judges to get us out of these specific captivities, man. You know? It says, consider and behold our reproach. Our inheritance is turned to strangers, our houses to aliens.
Yeah, you know, and that's talking about the small ass today, man. The Arabs and the Arabs. And our heritage goes into our land, but also, you know, actually our nationality, our religion. You know, us being Hebrew Israelites, that was turned to strangers, man, because we were discontinued from our heritage. You know, this as like Elder Yashimon brought out, this as the Herodian dynasty, which they were Edomites, they were converted to our religion. You know, because during the Hasmonean dynasty, we had an Israelite by the name of John Hyrcanus. withstand from the Maccabees. You know, and when he conquered the land of Idumea, which is the Greek word for Edom, he conquered the Edomites and forced them to convert into being an Israelite, man. So just as Herod, they was claiming to be us, the king of the Jews, like Yahawah brought out, they doing that today. They claiming to be us today. You know? So nothing is new under the sun, man. What is now, what is then, shall be.
It says, we are orphans and fatherless. Our
Yeah, that's
mother...
the average story of Jake, man. You know? Going in foster homes, you know? That don't apply to the small hats, man.
Hell.
You know? They get billions of dollars from reparations every year. But they want your little piece of bread, man. Your piece of crumble that you get, man. You motherfuckers are selfish, man.
Like that movie Blood and Bone. He said, do you let dogs sit at your table with you and eat? You know?
The dogs that lick the wounds of the Israelites, man.
Right.
The dogs of the heathen nations. You know, they have took advantage and exploited us for our low estate. And they think they're doing nothing wrong about it.
Right.
You know, oh shit, you know, they low already, shit. It's gonna take advantage. But guess what? You just happen to afflict the apple of the Lord's eye, man. His people. It's the Israelites, man. That's so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Americans.
It says, and our fatherless, our mothers are as widows.
Yeah, a widow,
Single mother.
yep, single mother, single parent house. You know,
Because a widow doesn't always mean, you know, her husband died. A widow just means a woman that don't have a man.
right?
And see, through the prophecies, through the curses, through the prophecies, we can see through the spirit who the Israelites are. All right, because the Israelites will fit these prophecies. Like it said in Deuteronomy 28, these curses shall be upon thee as a sign and a wonder. So the curse is an identifier of who the true people of the Lord is, man. Just like the various facts that you brought out, going back to what you read in Lamentations. You know, fatherless, getting your heritage taken away. You know, and Amos speaks about your women being hoes and harlots. Do you see so-called small hat women dressing provocative, selling themselves up and down the street like you see the Israelite women? No, you don't see that. You know?
And for the new covenants, when you say small hats, you're talking about the J to the E to the W to the S.
Yeah.
People in our land today that wear all black. You know, for the new people.
They don't fit the characteristics, the circumstances, the conditions. They don't fit none of these curses.
Yeah. And furthermore, we can get it in Baruch. It speaks about the true people of the Most High, the true people of the Lord. They will forget their heritage, and they will remember themselves in the land of their captivity. So, just, you know, hey, ADL, come see us, come holler at us. Don't go to Kyrie Irving, you know.
Right.
Don't go to Kanye. Don't go to these sellouts. Go to the lowly. Go to the meek. Go to the humble, because we're going to tell you what time it is, man. We're going to open this book, and we're going to go precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little, and we're going to speak concerning according to this word. All right?
Go to the ones that you can't blast on, you know, mainstream media, because you ain't gave us nothing. We ain't sold out, man.
Yeah.
That's the only reason y'all can blast Kanye West and Kyrie Irving and specific people that come up and oppose y'all, is because they have some sort of type of contract with y'all. But we don't, man. We're free. The scriptures say, "You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free," man. You know.
You can't humiliate the true prophets, man. See, the true prophets are the ones that humiliate you. Because the prophecy of the Bible is what reveals who you really are, man.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
It reveals your true conduct, your true behavior. See, we don't need carnal, we don't need skin color and stuff, man.
No.
We can prove it by way of the prophecy, who you are.
This is Baruch.
Now, quick, Baruch was a scribe of Jeremiah the prophet, you know? And he was also in Babylonian captivity.
Yeah.
So he wrote these things that, you know, that was from Jeremiah. You see?
And Baruch is Ba Barak in the Hebrew, which means blessing. This is Baruch chapter 2, verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people.
Yeah, this is talking about the Israelites, man. You know, our people are known to be stiff-necked, hard-headed, stubborn. You know?
But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves.
So this is a prophecy being fulfilled right now. We are in the land of our captivity right now. The scripture said in Jeremiah 50 and 33 that Israel and Judah were oppressed together.
Right.
And that's happening in this land of America, Babylon the Great. You know? So it was, keep it that again.
This is Baruch chapter 2, verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves.
Yeah, so the Lord, you know, the spirit of remembrance came back into the earth on the true Israelites.
Yeah.
By way of Abba Bivens. You know, which was Elijah the prophet coming back in the reincarnation, man.
Can we get that to Jeremiah? What is that, 17?
17:4.
Yeah, 17 and 4 about Bahasham. Because it says here, we will remember themselves. Now, we're going to get back to 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, because we was getting into the part where it was speaking about that there shall be a falling away. We fell away from who we were. We discontinued from our heritage. You got it, bro.
It's Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4. And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
Yeah, so the Lord telling Jeremiah, look, even you and yourself gonna discontinue from your heritage. So Jeremiah, he had to, through the Spirit, had to remember himself, which we believe Jeremiah was either once amongst, the elders and apostles and now elders, or he's on the scene right now. But the point is, the prophecies is saying that the Israelites will discontinue from their heritage. Now, when you go into that word heritage, it's talking about the land. But in that land, we had certain customs, we had certain manners, we had certain things that we did in order to reference Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. So if we discontinue from that, all right, we will lose our identity. Now, let's go to the small hats. The small hats can come out and make the bold statement and say that they never lost who they were. We always knew that we was the small hats. We always knew that we was these people. But what does the prophecy say? What does the Bible say? What does the word of the Lord say? What's the word of the Lord is faithful and true. What does that say? It says that in Baruch chapter 2, verse 30, for I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivities, the places that the Israelites were dispersed, going back to Deuteronomy 28:64, scattered, throughout the four winds of heaven, worshiping gods of wood and stone that their fathers knew not. In these different areas, Paul went to some of these areas: Asia Minor, Corinth, Thessalonica, Galatia, Ephesus. He went to Israelites that was scattered in those different lands, worshiping these gods of wood and stone, following after that Greco-Roman lifestyle. Whose parents, they didn't know who they were. Just like our parents. Our parents, some of us have come from parents that knew, but for the most part, our parents didn't know that they was Israelites. They was just regular in the church. But the Lord poured that spirit out for us to remember ourselves, starting with our elders. But continuing on in Baruch chapter 2, verse 30, for I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. Why? Because they forgot who they were.
And Abba Bivens, he is the one that paved the way for the Israelite ministry, man. Abba Bivens, High Priest Yahawah, High Priest Yahawah, King Mashah, to our apostle Elizabeth Millstone, because those great men was their teachers, So the foundation was laid in the late 60s, 1960s, man. And now look, it has spread it like a green bay tree.
Man.
See?
Verse 31. And shall know that I am the Lord, their power.
Yeah, because this is the Lord's doing, man. This is the Lord's doing. It is marvelous in our eyes as it is written.
Yeah. It says, for I will give them an heart and ears to hear.
Yeah, so it's the Lord that gives us the understanding. You know, linked over Ephesians 2 and 8, that it's a gift. It's a gift from the Most High to have faith, not of yourselves.
Yeah.
So this is all from Yahawah Shalom Shai, man, because, you know, though we have this truth in earthen vessels, the excellency of the power may be of the Most High and not of us.
Yeah. Yep. Right. Yeah, because we're just dust and we just what is it, earth and ashes.
Yeah.
So we have no position to be proud. Now, we are prideful in knowing the Lord. Say that in Jeremiah the 9th chapter. But we're not prideful in our strength and, you know, oh yeah, hey, let's get a couple of men. We can take on the Roman Empire. We can, you know, we got the numbers. We're not taking in pride in carnal things, man.
Yeah, because, you know, the Lord deals with balance, you know. When the Lord speaks about pride, it's mainly talking about the bad pride.
Yeah.
But it's a good pride too, like you just said, you know, knowing the Lord, having dignity and, you know, integrity in the Lord, man. You're supposed to be proud of our heritage, you know? You got some more?
It's a little more. Baruch chapter 2, verse 32. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity.
Yeah, that's happening now. But, you know, the Israelites, the elect, are praising the Lord with singing this song, man. This truth, you know, pushing the righteous doctrine, sound doctrine. Which the sound doctrine starts with the names of the Lord, man, because you have Israelite camp say that the names of the Lord don't matter.
Kind of quicker a little. Yeah. You done, bro? The point?
Oh, yeah. Names matter. Names carry vibrations, man.
Right.
If someone call you by your name wrong, you don't get offended by that. Why? Because that's not your name. If you're dealing with a woman, you're having sex with her, and she call you by another man's name, you're gonna be offended at that, man. So that's the same thing with the Lord. The Heavenly Father Yahawah. You can't just call him anything, man.
That's true. That is true. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivities and think upon my name.
Yeah. You know, think upon the Lord's name. You know, and you know, saying it correctly in the Paleo Hebrew.
Yeah.
You know.
It says, in return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds. So that's going into repentance, man. So what the prophecies are saying is, at the end of times, at the end of Esau's rulership, there's going to be a vibration of righteousness in the earth. You're going to have people, all right, who will remember their identity, remember who they are. They're going to praise the Lord in their land of their captivities. They're going to be thinking upon their name, all right, which the true name of the Lord comes with a doctrine, right? And then as it says here, they return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds. That's repenting. So what are we reading here? We're reading that the Israelites, the elect, it's all about the elect, will repent and convert and worship the true power. That's what we reading right here.
In one accord.
On one accord, right?
Eventually in one accord.
And that leads up with Psalms when it said that I will set them in order before thy eyes, man.
Yeah.
You know.
It says, for they shall remember the way of their fathers.
Yeah. You know, by how? By reading the counsel of our righteous forefathers and applying it to our daily life. You know, remember the conduct of the prophets. The conduct of the prophets, how they was coming in, with the spirit that came in. They came in prophesying the downfall of that kingdom, man.
Yeah.
You know, not being compatible with this world, not loving this world, man. You know, sign and crying for all abominations that be done in the midst thereof. You know.
And how do we know that this is talking about right now? You know, somebody can come up and say, oh, well, that happened already. Well, there's a clue.
Yeah.
It says in the 33rd verse, Baruch chapter 2, it says, for they shall remember the way of their fathers which sin before the Lord. Let's get Malachi, the 4th chapter. We're going to read the first verse, and then we're going to go to the last verse. With all thy getting, get understanding. And we get understanding by the precepts. All right, tell you that in, what is it, Psalm 119 somewhere? That's a long psalm. It's like 170 verses.
And constantly reminding you of those precepts.
It's like 10 chapters.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah. Baruch chapter 4. Malachi chapter 4, verse 1, and then the last verse.
Malachi chapter 4, verse 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith Yahawah of hosts.
Now we know that that's talking about the second death, which will be by way of fire. All right? You're going to have the thermonuclear fire by way of World War III, or as the scriptures call it, the third woe, or Armageddon. And then you're going to also have the concentrated laser beams being shot out of the chariots of Israel by our Lord Yahawashi and the Holy Host. So we know this is talking about, this chapter is talking about end time prophecy, right? So now let's go to the 4th verse.
Skipping down verse 4. Remember ye the law of Moses.
I'm sorry, the last verse. Sorry. Well, that's the spirit. Go ahead and read it. Yeah.
Remember ye the law of Moses, my servant.
That's us returning to our fathers.
Which I commanded unto him in Horeb for all Israel, with the statutes and judgments.
Okay, so if we remember the law, the statutes, and commandments, what are we doing? We're repenting. We're converting. Right? Go ahead.
Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord.
So we know that, we believe that that's talking about Abba Biblis, all right? Which we believe that that's John the Baptist and also Elijah, right? Yahawashi spoke about that in Matthew the 17th chapter. Go ahead.
And he shall turn the heart of the fathers to the children.
So now it's telling you what his task will be. Now it's telling you what the role that the Lord is going to give him to fulfill on earth, right? This spirit, this man, he's going to turn the hearts of the fathers to the children. Go ahead.
It says, and the heart of the children to their fathers.
So we're going to go back to our ancient ways. We're going to wake up. We're going to read about our forefathers. We got the garments on, right? We got the Hebrew names, right? We got the names of the Lord, right? We're keeping the law, the statutes, the commandments, right? Keeping the holy days, right? We out here doing what the ancient prophets did, our forefathers. We're on the highways and the byways, right? All right? We're telling our people to repent, for the day of the Lord is at hand, right? So we're going back to the ancient ways, all right? Through the Spirit. Go ahead.
It says, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse.
Which he will do. But before that happens, there's going to be a process. You read in the 4th verse that, they're going to remember the law of Moses. The Lord going to set up Elijah the prophet. He's going to turn the hearts of the father to the sons, and the sons to the fathers. So now when we read Baruch, the 2nd chapter, we can say through the Spirit that this is talking about now. Because it says in the 33rd verse, and return from their stiff neck in their wicked deeds, like the brother read, remembering the law of Moses. For they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before me. That's us turning back to the fathers right there.
And the Most High has the power of balance. Just like there was a falling away, he's going to set us in order.
Yeah. Like if it's a falling away, it's going to be a coming back. Right. It's going to be a remembrance.
Ecclesiastes 3.
Yeah. See, the small hats don't fit that.
None of that.
And we don't see the small hats on the corners, man.
Like wild bulls.
We don't see them shaking the hand that they may go into the gates. And they are the gates of the nobles.
They were crying. That lady was fake crying. They got the agent actors. You know what I mean? And she was crying. Oh, I was sad because my people and but like the brother said, y'all don't fit none of the scriptures, man. of prophecy of us being revived, us coming back to our heritage. Because if Hitler really did all that, where's that prophecy in the scriptures that he was going to do that to the so-called Jews or whatever, man?
Hey, now, and they also only got like one major thing to fall back on. We got a list of atrocities that we could, pull out of the scriptures.
And then when you even look into the real history of those so-called concentration camps, man, that they painted the picture of they were doing some atrocities in there, which that's all that stuff is not even true, man. Yeah, and then Hitler also came out with an article himself that said that America has the jewels of the Most High, man. In captive. So these doubles know, man, but they'll paint the picture and try to cover all that up to make them a victim of something that didn't even happen, man.
Just like I said, the truth is being declared.
Yeah, they complain they offended, but we offended that you took our land.
Yeah.
We offended that, you claim yourselves to be us.
Yeah, so once again, ADL, come holler at us. Come talk to us. Because we're not going to tiptoe and dance around. We just going to pull out the scripts, and we're going to go right to the prophecies. All right? What's the word of the Most High is a sword, man. And it's sharper than any two-edged sword. See, Esau, you blessed with the sword, right? And you blessed with deception, which is another side of that sword. But guess what? The word of the Most High, which is faithful and true, Hebrews 4:12, is sharper than any two-edged sword. So the truth is sharper than lies, man. It cut deeper than lies. All the way to the marrow. You understand? So that's why they're not going to come to us. They're not going to come and have this conversation with us. They're not going to come up with their cameras and all that. They ain't going to do that. They gotta come by way of deception to try to bring shame on this. But you can't, man. You can't do nothing against the truth but for the truth, man. So like I said, keep going to the celebrities, people that got the bag, that have grown accustomed to having riches and fame and success. You ain't gonna get the Jews. I'm gonna get this real quick. I know brothers getting their precepts right.
Scripture saying that I have healed them by the prophets, man. So that's another example of you cut the word cut.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna get this real quick. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 19. Carl, you got it, bro. Many are in a high place and of renown.
Yeah, and I apply this to the nobles amongst our people. The Kanye Wests, the Kyrie, the Jay-Z, the Floyd Mayweather, the P. Diddy's. Even these affluent characters from Esau. Yeah. Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos.
It says, many are in a high place and of renown, but mysteries are revealed to the meek.
And right, what's the mystery? The prophecies, man. The meek are the humble, the elect.
That's why
the Israel the Most High.
That's why they not going to us. That's why they going to Kyrie.
Yeah.
You feel me? Yeah. That's why because they know that they know a little something, but they don't know the mysteries. Yeah. They not coming to the prophecies, Kyrie's argument is, oh yeah, I looked up words, which that's a part of the truth. That's the trimmings, like Elder Apostle Gabar goes. Going into the words and all that. But what about the prophecies, though? Because that's the mysteries right there.
Look, even that's backfiring on them.
Yeah.
Because when a rich man speaks, as you know, just the fact that they're going against him is bringing attention to this truth.
Yeah.
Them giving attention to that movie, that whatever he posted, making everybody look.
People say, let me watch it.
Making millions off of that movie right now. Everybody and their mama seeing this and hearing these words. Yeah. They got a choice now. They didn't have a choice when they didn't know.
Yeah.
So you can't do nothing like you said for the truth.
This is a major chess move by Yahawashi Yahawashi, man. Let's clap it up for Yahawashi Yahawashi, bro. Because that's a major chess move. Because the Lord is marking the Lord Himself is using the internet.
See?
You feel me? The Lord Himself, the Holy One of Israel,
Yeah.
is using the internet Himself to mark.
Yeah.
Because you got to use the internet to get on Amazon, right? You feel me?
And I showed you, it only takes one event for all these things to stir up, man.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, kind of down there. No.
This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2, verse 12. Therefore let us lie in wait for the righteous,
I like that.
because he is not for our turn.
Oh, sorry, read that again, bro?
Yep. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2, verse 12. Therefore let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn.
Yeah, because we are not of them, man. You know? We were created to be the polar opposite. You know? The righteous and the wicked, Esau and Jacob. You know?
It says, and he is clean contrary to our
Yeah,
doings.
so we contrary, meaning we're opposite. We're like adverse, well, not like, but we are adverse to them.
Yeah.
You know?
And we're the light and they're the darkness, man. We're just two polar opposite.
Yeah, both sides of politics.
Yeah.
Good is set against evil.
And that's why Yahawashi said, if you are the world will love you as their own.
Yeah.
See, that's why Esau hates us, because we're not of them. You know, we're from a different way of a cloth, man.
Cut different.
Yeah. You know?
It says, he upbraideth us with our offending the law.
Yeah, upbraideth meaning rebuking. You know? So rebuke the small hats for offending the law, because they don't keep none of the laws. You know?
Pink City.
Pink City. You know, kosher pigs.
You know?
You know, with the so-called Jews, with the when they circumcise the male baby, they do it with their mouths.
Moil.
And the tongue just.
With the moil.
Yeah.
And then y'all should mama called the wall humpers.
Oh, yeah.
Right into that West
Oh,
Wall.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Scripture talking about pray to the east, not to the west, man.
Yeah. Oh, man.
It says,
So all your conduct is just adverse against the truth, man.
that's right.
You're not the people of the Lord.
And objectors to our infamy, the transgressions of our education.
Yeah, because their education is transgression towards our people, man. Because you're indoctrinating them with lies and false truths. You know, tell them that they're black, Hispanic, Native American, that Darwinism, the Big Bang Theory, the world was made 10 million years ago.
Yeah.
You know,
Even the holy days, the holidays that they celebrate are against us, our living experience, bro.
yeah, celebrate how our
They
people
celebrate how we get
Hallow-
supper.
Yep.
We suffer.
Halloween, which is paganism, all these polytheistic gods, man, all wrapped into one, the melting pot.
And these small hats, they make money off these holidays, man.
Right.
So here it is, you supposed to eschew evil, right? The real Israelites, the real people of the Most High, they eschew evil.
Right.
You understand? But here it is, the small hats, they're making money off of evil.
Thanksgiving deal.
You know, what's another example of making money off of evil? They in the music industry. So they give Jake these contracts of millions of dollars to push, like it say in the Hosea the 4th chapter, by lying, stealing, and killing, and committing adultery. They break out and blood touches blood. That's black culture. That's all in the hip hop. The small hats, they make millions of dollars off of evil, promote evil. And when the Israelites, they eschew evil. You don't see. Look, when Moses came down from Mount Horeb, when he had the 2 tables of stone with the law, statutes, and commandments, the chief ones, and he saw Israel out there turning up, all that. He dropped the stone. He dropped him like, man, you know. He wasn't encouraging that behavior.
Yeah. And look, they had the guy that makes the most money off that music industry. I think his name is Leor Cohen. They had him up on Charlemagne the God. Had him on there talk about, yeah, you know that they promote this stuff and you make all the money.
He was confounded.
He said, I got people to feed. I got mouths to feed. So he justifying doing that to us because he needs to stack his chips.
Yeah. So he didn't shoot evil. He didn't void evil. He welcomed it.
And
Because he got to feed. Oh, I got a family. I got, shit. I got to feed shit.
and
Look at this bitch.
if he kept the law says thou shalt not put a stumbling block before the blind.
Oh,
And
man.
that's what Esau's doing, man. Jacob's blind, thinking that, man, this is life,
Yeah.
You see Jacob in the media with all these jewelry and, woman, foul woman at that, adultery, guns, drugs. So you're seducing. The scripture says the righteous action is never the ways of the wicked seduce of him, man. And Esau, you're the catalyst to that.
And we got so many charges on the Edomites, man.
You want to throw charges on us when we do a crime, which I'm not justifying the wicked, which they're supposed to be condemned for that crime. But you're a hypocrite because you're doing everything that he's doing behind closed doors.
Yeah. Especially with this whole Russia-Ukraine, okay? These Russians are trying to get back what was theirs to begin with, These Russians are trying to get back what's theirs. Well, that land was a part of Russia.
Yeah.
You feel me? And you American Edomites, what y'all do? Y'all came to a land that wasn't yours and took it, snatched it.
And the scriptures say you shouldn't meddle with another man's affairs, man.
But this is a God-fearing country, right?
They ain't shoe evil.
You feel me?
You got American troops over there on Ukraine soil, But here's you got problems over here in America. Inflation, the soaring high prices of rent.
It's motherfuckers out here don't even know where their next meal coming from.
Right.
But you know what? The Lord Yahawashi said you'll have the poor with you always. So we not advocating to eliminate poor because the poor the Lord Yahawashi said it himself. All right, you're gonna have the poor with you always, but me you're not gonna have. So. But the point is,
But if you have the money to help them out,
yeah.
You got billions of dollars, but you don't help them out. That's
If I'm in my house, right? I'm over here, you over there. There's motherfuckers all around my house, laying out on the street, homeless. They ain't got no food. You feel me? Motherfuckers is just in a destroyed state. My grass ain't cut. My house needs painting and all that shit. Everything in my house is just on my property is just fucked up. People coming up, hey master, I need, we need this, hey, we suffering over here. Completely ignore that, but as soon as a little something happen over here, all right, $1 billion. Sending $1 billion over here. Meanwhile, shit that you seeing in your own front yard, shit that's going on in your house, shit that's going on in your property, you completely just ignore that. But then you try to convince the public, oh yeah, we got to help out Ukraine because we got the big bad bully, Russia and Vladimir Putin, and he's just such a bad guy, and so America, which is Babylon the Great, ruled by these Edomites, is just looking bad, man. It's just looking terrible. Meanwhile, you got the lowly bringing out the truth. You got the wisdom of the Lord covering the earth like the sea right now. You understand? So Esau, he got just too much shit going on, man. You got military troops spread all over the place. You got inflation. You got a debt and financial crisis. All right? You got a looming famine. You got the up-and-coming diesel shortage. You got these people finna revolt and rebel, man. People finna lose their damn mind in the coming months, man. Everybody, there was a report that came out and said 63% of Americans is paycheck to paycheck, man. They're on the verge of losing everything. You understand? Then you're raising these interest rates, right? The Feds, Chairman Powell, he's saying, look, hey man, we're gonna have to keep raising these rates, man, because shit ain't making sense. So what that's doing is it's making it harder to get bank loans. And when you work for a job, don't you know your employer, in order to pay you weekly, they get money from the banks? You know, the shit that they selling, what they wears or whatever, they not getting the money, okay, boom. All right, now let me. No, when you get paid on your paycheck, that's money from the bank. They get bank loans, they get money from the banks to pay their employees, and then they wait for that revenue to come in from what they're selling or whatever the fuck they doing. So if it's costing more to get money from the banks, right? What you think these jobs gonna do? Oh, we need to slow down this. We need to eliminate some of this workforce because we got to balance out the numbers. We got to balance out the spreadsheet.
Sometimes you're in the red, sometimes you're in the black.
Right. So what's gonna be happening? A lot of these jobs is gonna be kicking their employees to the curb, man. And then the employees that stay, they're gonna be piling on more tasks. Remember, we had the worker burnout. So there's gonna be more worker burnout. People gonna be, hey, I need more pay. I need to make more money. So Esau just got a lot of economic woes, man. That's why we saying, look, don't put all your effort into these jobs. These motherfuckers gonna cut you off. Your 401k, all that shit is finna be cut off. That's something our forefathers benefited off of. 401k. We not benefiting off that, man. Slocking for the rank.
Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, people rejoice. But when the wicked bear fruit, the people mourn.
And that's what y'all finna witness. Y'all finna witness these people mourning, man. They're already mourning. You know, then you had California giving out this stimulus, you know, this $350, $700 if you got a dependent. What the fuck is $700, man? But they'll paint the picture that, oh man, you know, that's a lot of money. But the point is, more money is being put in the economy. All right, people are mourning. Here it is, you get the money, then you go right to the grocery store. A packet of meat is $12, $15, $16, $17. You know, gas fluctuates. They give you a little hope how the gas go down 50 cents and then boom, over a weekend, the shit back up. And then I've been noticing through the spirit at night, I don't even be coming out at night, man. All type of judgment, evil, wickedness, motherfuckers doing donuts, getting hit by cars. Then you're on the freeway, people bobbing and weaving out of traffic, car accidents, spirits, evil spirits, all kind of shit going on, man. Do you not see what's going on? Do you not see the shit that's going on in the world, man? The dynamic, the spirit of Egypt is failing. Let's get that real quick. I got a case for you too.
I got it.
I know I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I was trying to find a piece of when Yahawashi said you could discern the signs of heaven, but not the signs. Yeah.
This is Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember not thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them.
Yeah, so you want to come to the truth when you're young, man. You know, I mean, the Lord does have balance. He does have older individuals in the faith, but it's best to come in the truth when you're young, like Jeremiah. Yahawashi. Jeremiah, Yahawashi, who else? Ezekiel, he was young. Samuel. You know? Ezekiel, when you read in the first chapter, now, I don't know if the scholars are going off, but it says it, when he was 13 years old, you know? He was by the river of Kabar, and then visions of the Most High came.
Oh, dang. They were young men when they got into the Babylonian Empire.
Yeah, because you put your energy, you put that fervency, you put that zeal. There's a lot of motherfucking cars over here, bro.
Hey, but that means everybody gets marked. Everybody hearing the truth some way, somehow. So
yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, so you want to come when you got that fervency before the evil days come. Because a part of the evil days coming is the famine of the word. Amos 8 and 11. You know, the doors of mercy closing. You know, the crying for wine in the streets. You know, all these particular woes happen. You know, you talk, oh, well, what's happening? Here it is, you've been lollygagging, bullshitting, lackadaisical, worrying about the game, you know, or working, you know. Oh, I'm just grinding, I'm just trying to make this money, man. You know, inflation, you know. 6 days, 10, 12 hours a day. You know, that's designed to keep you away from the truth. You know, this work, that shit is designed for you. When you get off work, you ain't looking up you ain't looking up no videos. You don't want to do nothing but eat and sleep. So you produce a slave mentality. That grinding, more time, more OT. Fuck all that, man. Here it is, you making all this, you working 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. But you can't, this is what Esau's data says. The average person can't even financially deal with $1,000 emergency.
Yeah, so you put in all the overtime, and you can't even save money.
That's why in Haggai, it said, what? I have sown much, but bring in little. You feel me?
Which that's the curse. You know? It says in the curse that, you know, basically you're going to reap your enemy's fields, but you're not going to gather nothing, man. So you working on these jobs, you know, like you said, 12 hours, shift every day, warehouse job.
Breaking down your fucking body, man.
Yeah. You know? Then you don't even got nothing to say for yourself, man. For emergency.
Then you slaving on these jobs, right? You know, we under the curses. So our wives shall be harlots in the street. So if you got a woman, she out here, she's sleeping around on you, right? Children, wicked. You feel me? You live in the ghetto.
We can't even benefit off our labor because we're subject under payments. That's going to go right back out the door.
Then Jake fruitful, so he got other kids. Nine times out of 10, he dealing with all kind of legal shit. This system is full of oppression that's designed, the spirit ain't on you, to keep you far away from the truth, man. You got it.
Then they tax you.
Oh, man.
And not to mention
Roman Empire.
Yep.
Taxing the hell out of Jake.
Yep. And not to mention, you know, they come with all these medical plans that damn near take the majority of your goddamn check, man.
But there's no free Medicare though.
Look.
Here it is, you got
They want you to pay all this damn money in Medicare care, right? We signed the crime for all abominations that be done in the midst thereof right now. They want you to pay for Medicare, right? But then you go to the grocery store, it's hella GMO and all kind of chemical and fluoride in the water and all that shit, to where you gotta be going to the doctor. That's why brothers get on the herbs, get on the vitamins, get on the herbs, exercise a little bit. You ain't gotta be no, you know, gym crazy, but make sure you're moving around and shit, man. You know?
And even the apostles, even the apostles said it, you know what I mean, through the spirit, man. You know, like the brother said, you don't want to be going to these hospitals, man.
Man, this is not, hey, you got a cough and you go to the fucking doctor. They saying you got the new variant, man. You got the new one.
And even when you have kids in the society, you know, you gotta literally fight them doctors off, man, so they're not putting no BS in your kids, man.
Yeah.
So, like the brother say, going to these doctors and all this stuff, man. Get on them herbs, man. The Lord made them the herbs on the earth, man, for men. You know, for men.
For the service of men. Yep.
You know?
Jeremiah 2:14. Is Israel's servant, is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? That's the spirit of Jake. You know, saying they work all these hours, and when the truth be brought to them, they don't want to hear it because they didn't work 12 hours that day already.
Yeah.
You know, so their mind is already down on the rest. You know,
they're already on a short fuse.
And they hear the message that this place is gonna be destroyed, and they don't want to hear that, man.
Yeah.
You know.
And then the leaders, which cause them the error, right? They pushing the vibration when you go on social media, right? Scrolling up and down. Oh, I got the bag, I'm in the money, I got the bag, you know. Oh, oh, remember, work hard and all that. Them is direct orders from the elites, man. No days off, hustling. Every day I'm hustling. No days off. I'm grinding. Yada, yada, yada. That's to keep you in a slave mentality, man.
I remember it was this one pastor that he was like, because you know how the scriptures say that the things that the Lord did, the Lord said we shall do greater. And he tried to like bring that into like his sermon, and through the sermon, through the Spirit, he can feed that to his congregation, and they think like, oh yeah, that means I can get rich, I can, I'm gonna get a lot of money.
The Bible is not about get rich quick schemes, man. And if the blind lead the blind, and both shall fall in the ditch, man.
Because I'm gonna say this to the Spirit, because we're so lowly and poor. When Jay goes to these specific churches, and a man brings a leader that urge bring out a specific message saying, oh yeah, so these miracles is gonna happen. Automatically in Jake's mind, they thinking like, oh yeah, so I'm gonna get my next dollar soon, or I'm gonna get my breakthrough. I'm gonna go to the casino. The prophet or the pastor said I'm gonna get a miracle soon, giving him false hope, man.
Yeah.
And that's why these pulpit preachers, man, they can get those big collection plates off of Jake, because Jake thinks putting that money in, they're gonna receive 100-fold back, and they don't even bring that scripture back out, man. Or receive 100-fold, which really you paying that man's rent, his car note, his kids, food, college. Yeah. That's what you're doing, man.
Now, there's a righteous side of that. If a man giving you the truth.
Yeah.
If like case in point, us, right? The people who watch and support this truth, they supposed to take care of us.
That's right.
We supposed to only be ministering to the Lord's sheep. We supposed to only be feeding the sheep and feeding the lambs, man. We supposed to dedicate our life. That's why Romans, the 12th chapter, when we look at it on a blue letter at the top, it says dedicated service. So we supposed to dedicate the service.
Sorry, the false prophets, especially like the Vatican and shit. Sorry.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. How you feel about feminism?
Sorry, I'm just like, I don't fucking know. I think fucking feminism. I think the way y'all get treated is more fucked up. To be honest, we're girls. What the fuck? It's not even. Sorry, that's just my opinion. I give a fuck less. I'm just sorry. I'm just having a rough. Today it's just crazy. I don't know what the fuck.
Okay.
That's just my personal opinion. Feminism. For people that are stupid and they think feminism is oh, girls are better. Girls rule boys rule. No, it's feminism. Literally, definition is everybody should be equal. Not even everybody meaning every gender, meaning everybody meaning everybody. So if you're not a feminism, you're probably a piece of shit. That's just the real truth.
Okay, well, men is superior than women, but thank you, appreciate it.
Right. I wouldn't say men are superior. Maybe no.
Well, this whole.
We literally played for a whole week, once a month, and we can push out a kid living like a human.
This whole economy, women wouldn't be in a state of safety and comfort the way they are right now if it wasn't for men building up this infrastructure.
That's true, but literally, I'm running away from my ex. She's literally trying to fucking kill me, beat my fucking ass. But that's my decision to just be with that motherfucker. But I don't want to be with him no more. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's men. That's not saying all men are like that, but most men do that shit. What the fuck? I can't name a homegirl who hasn't been raped or fucking. And I'm an ex who's fucking. What the fuck? You feel me? That's not saying anything about I'm not trying to make it all like that either, though. You feel me? Because some girls do just. If you're provoking your man, if you're provoking, you're hey, baby, I'm calling him out his name, and you're just play someone's fucking disc, and you know I'm gonna suck the shit out of you. And she still does it, yeah, she deserves to get slapped. And I'll be the first woman to admit that shit, because it's what the fuck's wrong with you? And then it's because some bitches be doing that shit just so the man will hit him, just so then she can be oh, he hit me, where? And then it's fuck.
Hey, shalom.
And that's some real shit too, but I'm just saying,
like it said in Isaiah 32, many days and years shall you be troubled, careless women. There's gonna be a lot of women like her. Just bugged out.
She clearly on the
And this is what happens when you've got so many different seeds in you you bug out. Add on.
What? What do you mean?
Add
Are you talking
on.
about me?
Add on enchantments.
I'm sorry, because like I don't even like. Are you talking about me? What do you mean by that?
We're talking about
Okay,
women.
cool. I was gonna say. 'Cause I was
We're talking about
I thought you were
women
talking about planting a seed
that
like,
are
like,
in.
you
We're
understand
talking about
me?
women that are in similar scenarios that you in right now. All right.
He's
What other?
like laughing because you know I thought what he meant too.
Are we gonna finish our show? But
I'm sorry. No,
it
I
was
was
nice
just,
having you.
Sorry, I was just laughing with him. No, nobody else.
This is
Nice having
Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember now that thy creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. And I wanted to bring out a point through the spirit if I could.
Yeah, you got it, bro.
It says, when the days that ye shall have no pleasure in them. And when those days come, see everybody right now, you can go to Disneyland, you can do this, you can do that. You can go out to the store, you can go get a drink, you can go to a bar. And I noticed, like the brother's been saying, a lot of these spirits that have been active, especially these spirits be more active on the weekends and stuff, but it's been in that club spirit.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of all you see on social media is people in clubs or at their house, man, bottles. So these spirits are man activated, man. But there's coming a day, soon to where there ain't gonna be no pleasurable days, man.
Right.
What does it say in Isaiah 24?
There's gonna be a cry for wine in the street.
Yep.
See the confusion is broken down.
Broken down, yep.
Okay.
And it says, while the sun or the light or the moon or the sun or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because there are few.
Now the keepers of the house, this is the economists, the financial advisors, the people that look at the different data and see how the economy is doing as far as, buying and selling. When you look at the different reports coming out, they're seeing a dark future. All right now, brother. They're seeing a dark future in regards to this economy. All right, it's going to be a lot of people homeless, losing their jobs. All right, a lot of the food that you see in the grocery stores is not going to be there. It's going to be a famine. On top of a famine, you're going to have people rioting, looting, civil unrest, people going into people's houses, invading, a lot of women getting raped, a lot of killing. This is all end time prophecies that are found in the Bible. All right, all that type of behavior is going to be seen. And we already see it's a buildup. It's slowly happening. The governments that are, governing this place, the politicians, the mayors, they all are part of it. They all know that we're entering into a time of great trouble, man. A lot of the pastors, the preachers, they're not bringing out this message. They're preaching peace and prosperity. Before the Lord comes, it's going to be great tribulation. Another word for tribulation is trouble, chaos, anarchy, sedition, woe, evil. The days of evil is coming. Bad times. Daniel, all the major prophets, Daniel, Jeremiah, Isaiah, Esdras, Ezekiel, Haggai, all the prophets forewarned of end time prophecy, man.
Tribulation, as they call it.
Yeah. And all these different things is coming down. Now the customs of the prophets of old, they will come out in the marketplace, on the highways and the hedges, on the streets, to proclaim the word of the Lord and to forewarn the people of what's going on. And that's where we come in, through the Spirit. And she scoffed. Now it's making sense. Remember?
Yep,
Remember?
That was that scar. You're the same lady.
But now but that's how people finna be. Yeah. They gonna cast they motherfuckers who cast the truth behind them. Now they come in the camp, want to cleave. Listen, you feel me?
The Lord's making these people, you're gonna have to acknowledge the truth some way or some fashion, man. So whenever something happens, within your personal space, you gotta acknowledge the truth some way or some fashion. Like, man, if you lose your job, you can't pay your rent. The prophets, you heard the prophets on the streetways say that. So that would bring to you in remembrance, like, damn, that they is saying the truth.
Yeah.
You know, not only coming out here, but also watching it, and they watch videos on YouTube too.
Yeah.
They definitely remember when they're out of their comfort zone.
Yeah.
The Lord could have had her get jacked up that same day. That's why she came over here.
Yep.
That's what's about to start happening to a lot of you people that walk by. And like what she did, I remember exactly what she was doing. She was just talking shit, man.
Yep.
You know? The Lord gonna start getting a lot of you, man.
Yeah, a lot of scoffers is gonna start when the Lord really bring that pressure. People gonna start considering. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. So, you know, they're gonna start considering certain things. And best believe the word of the Lord, it doesn't go out void, man. We don't know how the Lord doing this, man. When we out here teaching and preaching, we don't know how the Lord is having these people remember the little bits and pieces that they heard, having dreams about it at night. You know? Remembering certain things. You know? Man, all I remember is those dudes saying that's just evil times coming. I just keep thinking about that. I can't get those.
Get it out of my mind.
Yeah, I can't get out of my. And it's not about us. It's about the word of Most High, which is being preached with power, man. Like I said, we don't know how the Lord is doing this to these people, man. Man, ever since I saw those guys, man, I just been seeing all kind of bad news reports and stuff, man. You know, been noticing stuff. Well, you got it, bro.
I know. This is Luke 21:15. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist.
Yeah, so the prophets can't be confounded because they speak according to the word, man. You know, and all the words of the Lord come to pass. You know, scripture's talking about, you know, we're supposed to speak the oracles of the Most High. You know, so at the end of the day, you know, you can't confound the true prophets, man. That's bringing out the prophets and the true message.
Oh, that was
Yeah, I have precept. Isaiah 24:11. It says, there's, you know, we were talking about earlier. It says, there's a cry for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone.
and that's about to come back. See, everything is born is leading up to something coming down big, man. You know,
It says, there's a cry for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened.
All joy is darkened. All right, because now like I said, through the Spirit, they uplifted specific mandates. But man, when these mandates wasn't lifted and y'all had to stay in the house, man, we had people crying, man.
Yeah.
You know? Now everything is, and you got still these idiots still wearing masks, man. You know? But you had people crying, man. You know? Because there wasn't no joy in the streets. You couldn't go out and do the regular. And that's how the Most High is going to use this devil on a lot of you jakes, a lot of you people out here in America, man. You know? He's going to use them. He's going to use this devil by way of putting out specific mandates to make this place non-enjoyable.
Yeah.
Which we don't enjoy this place anyway. You know, us brothers back here. You know, we don't really too care about it. Too much. We don't care about it at all. You know.
That's why the Lord said, it is what Solomon said. It is better to go into the house of mourning than to the house of feasting. Because when you go into the house of mourning, you're able to accept reality. Yeah. So these people that don't go into the house of mourning, they don't accept reality because they're in the house of mirth, man. What they see on social media deceives them on what so-called life really is, man. Mm-hmm. And it's not like that. People is mourning. You may see people with nice cars and jewelry, but guess what? Them niggas are scammers, man.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. And this is a feminine, you know, based society. And when you look at the characteristics of women, a woman can be on her period, right? Hella unclean, been mourning all night, heartbreak, no money. But guess what? She'll wake up and she'll put makeup and shit on. Put makeup on, curl her hair, put that outfit on, and look, have the appearance of nothing is wrong. That's this place, man.
Yep.
Here it is. She's like the Lord Yahawashi said, whited sepulchres, but in the inside, dead man's bones. So on the outside, this shit looking good. If you're on the social media and you know, all this other shit, everything looks cool. Everything looks good.
Everybody gets married, birthday parties.
Yeah. But then once you start digging deep, oh, this person, you know, you know, like you said, the scammer crook. Oh, that car ain't theirs.
He rented that shit.
Oh, they all piled up in a 1-bedroom apartment over there, living over there. You know? Oh, she sleeps around. She gets money. She gets, you know, she sells herself at night. So on and so forth. So when you go into these people's lifestyles, you'll see like, wow, what the fuck? You know how to make this shit look good.
Right. And that's why the scriptures say, be not envious at the workers of iniquity.
Yeah.
Because what they have gotten by ill-gotten gain. See, what the Lord is going to win part of elect, when the Lord blesses us, we didn't have to do those the sacrifices and do all that stuff that they do, man. The Lord is going to bless us just like he did with our forefathers. There wasn't, when Job had all those riches, he was a rich man to eat during his day. He didn't have to do, you know, worship Satan and, you know, the Lord just blessed him with the substance. You know? So it's gonna be like that in the kingdom, but before the kingdom, the scripture says, thou shalt be married and have abundance. And Jacob's trouble, man.
And I went to see his spiritual. I don't know if y'all brothers seen on that bus when the brother brought the scripture out, dead man's bones. The bus got a sign on there that said bones and all, man.
Hey.
You know?
So look, check this out. Brother just put it.
Allah Yahawashi.
Allah Yahawashi.
That joy darkened, man. You know?
Man.
Hey, because if them trucks don't move, you can't get nothing into these stores, man. You know? Them specific trucks and things like that. And then guess what? That can go into truck strikes because a lot of these truckers, man, they own their own trucks, man. You know? And if they can't move those trucks, they can't feed their families and things like that, man.
We just went into that in the homework.
Yep.
You know, these major industries rely on diesel fuel. You got agriculture, okay? You got the truck stops. You got construction, right? And all those different industries is the backbone of the economy and infrastructure of this place. What did you have? What did you find?
Said diesel fuel is a lifeline to the economy.
Yeah.
You know, because, you know, different types of transportation is what diesel fuel uses to bring in the goods and services from other countries. You know, the railroads, the buses, the barges, you know, the trucks, 18-wheelers, you know. So all those things, if there's no diesel fuel, then those transportations can't come into your local storehouses, which what will be the latter end of it? Famine.
Yeah.
Famine in all categories. You know, from your clothes, from your food, your water, your shoes, you know, your lotion, oil, things of that sort that people use on a daily basis to, you know, keep up, you know, their looks and stuff, you know.
And a lot of those, the cargo that those trucks carry, they come off of what? They come off of sea, man. They're imported, you know. So that's how you get, you know, where they're holding those imports, man. You know.
Man.
Hey, man, the Lord's doing His thing, man. You know.
Yeah.
Soon, man, you gonna wake up. Like the brother said, them storehouse shelves gonna be empty, man. You're importing Indian hair.
The lashes and shit, you ain't gonna be able to find them, man.
Them earwig lashes, man.
Lip gloss, lipstick.
You ain't gonna be able to buy new tights, bitch.
Tampons.
Oh,
you ain't gonna be able to buy no razors. To shave.
Ibuprofen, man, to back them cramps back.
Your backwood onesie.
Yeah.
I seen a chick, man, this week, man. She had in the store a onesie that had a backwood onesie, man.
Oh yeah,
with
the blunt wrap.
Yeah, the blunt wrap, man.
What you people gonna find out is men are cleaner than women.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, first off, they bleed for 7 days. Only time a man bleeds is if in a fight or something, man.
Yeah.
You know?
And we can use the bathroom anywhere we want.
Yeah.
Right.
And then that woman, she probably was an Israelite.
Yeah.
You feel me? She probably was in the Northern Kingdom. But you saw how bugged out she was, man? That's how a lot of women finna be, man. Just running her damn mouth, man.
Yep.
Couldn't
Plus
even get
they
the
got
words
those
out her
accents,
mouth,
yeah.
man.
Right.
You know?
And this leads up right where we're going.
And we like seeing women assed out like that. You want to know why? Because when feminism was at their height, look at this bitch, half naked. Look, in the corner, big old black nigga woman. Look, swinging that fake ass hair, and you know she got fake eyelashes on.
Ridiculous, man.
You know, when feminism was having you women prosper, when y'all was getting them lofty positions at work, you know, when these men was just all going crazy over you, the DMs and all that shit. You know, look at this bitch. Look. Just come. Oh my God. Bitch was twerking. Bitch dropped down and got her ego on the damn scooter, man. She naked. I hope she fall, man. That's why we not checking for the nigga woman, man.
Hope that fucking debit card she was for that shit went out of money, man.
That's why we look at the Latin women and the heathen women. And look what's going on over here. See, it's just spirits all over the damn place, man. You got fire trucks and shit over here. You got the sword over here. You got the nigga woman over here going crazy on scooters twerking. Northern Kingdom woman over here bugged out high off drugs. People walking past the poppers.
I posted, I don't know if better seen it, but posted a little dudes clip in the article in the chat that it was last night, 9 people in Philadelphia got shot in the nightclub.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's a saying that, you know, the freaks come out at night. You know, so freaks can be synonymous with the evil spirits, man.
Oh yeah.
The evil spirits come out at night. And that's why, like you were saying, it's not really wise as of right now, unless you work or something at night.
Oh yeah.
But you know, it won't be really wise to be going to the store,
Right.
local liquor store at 12 in the morning and stuff.
Dude,
You know?
be like Yahawashi. He was raising up early, teaching and doing stuff, you know, in the morning. And you got a new moon, the full moon, which comes in at Monday night at evening. That's a full moon, and they saying it's a lunar eclipse that's going to be seen all throughout here. And guess what else you got? You got the elections falling on the same day. You know? And spirit, you know, during this time, spirits be high. And then, you know, tomorrow and Tuesday it's supposed to rain out here too. So I can, you know.
And a lot of reasons why spirits be so heavy and high on these specific these lunar moons and stuff, because also, so, you know, the scriptures tell us, which if I can get it real quick, Luke 21:25, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring.
Right.
Now that's on the right hand side. We look for them signs, you know, scripturally wise. Also too, you know, on the left hand side, you got a lot of these witches and warlocks, you know, these higher luminaries that do specific sacrifices, you know, when these lunar eclipses come in and these lunar moons and, you know, full moons and stuff, because they have their way of doing specific things to appease these spirits and Satan too, to try to get blessings, man. But us on the right hand side, we're looking at these things as signs, you know, of our ultimate blessing coming, which is deliverance. But that's why a lot of these spirits be active on them specific days, because you got these you even got the lower left hand Edomites that may be in the crystals and stuff, you know, in chakras where they go into it, you know what I'm saying? That do they little stuff on the left hand side too. So that's why there be a lot of active demons on these new moons and high, you know, and specific things like that.
They was doing that. That was supposed to be a video about the celebrities in Hollywood. They was doing sciences.
Seances.
Seances. You know, the crystal ball and stuff. Medium.
Yep.
You know, communicating with the dead. That's the scriptures call that familiar spirits.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you're supposed to leave the dead alone, man. You don't read about such and such. He went to the tombs and you know he was sad. And Isaac, he wept for his mom and he went to her tombs. And, man, no, man.
Yeah, because that's what Saul did with Samuel. And Saul, Samuel, he was mad at King Saul.
Cursed
He
his ass out.
summoned him up, you know,
Yeah.
by that witch, Abindor.
Basically cursed him out. He said, look, man, you gonna be up here with me. You know?
He was prophesied then.
He said, what did it say? Prophesied beyond the grave.
This is Isaiah 24:10.
Yeah.
The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is set up that no man may come in.
And this place is what? Full of confusion. You know, I've been seeing a couple times when these bus pass, they got a movie coming out called Boy, or a brother some
Oh,
stuff,
yeah,
man.
he like this.
That's confusing, and that's witchcraft. You know, because you'll have a little kid, you know, a little Jake look at that, oh, my brother, and then, you know, next thing you know at the house is Super Smash Brothers, man.
Man.
You know?
Man.
This is the city of confusion, and that's why the Lord's going to just completely obliterate and break this place down, man. It's going to be broken down in a way you've never seen.
Right.
In James 12? Yeah.
According to John 5:19. And we know that we are the Most High Yahawah, and the whole world lieth in wickedness.
The whole world lieth in wickedness, man. Because, hey, started going back to the Maccabees with the Greeks. What did it say? Evils were multiplied in the earth. Because you had a lot of them Greeks, you know, you had a lot of them Greek customs go back to what? The gym, you know? Yeah. And those were, there were Israelites in the gym, which really, you know, that going back into the Maccabees, there were naked men in there working out, man. You had a lot of Israelites doing the same thing. That's why scriptures say that there is no, now we go work out, we don't have that mentality, but we just know through the spirit what it goes back to. You know what it goes back to. Ain't nothing wrong with working out. You know, and the scriptures say that, you know, bodily exercise profit little, but it does profit. But just going back to the customs of how this place goes back to ancient Greek, I mean, the Greek Empire, you know, we're able to break that down through the scriptures, you know, according to this world, man. You know? Oh, yeah, you said...
yeah, I want to make a point about the bodily exercise profit little.
Right.
You know, because when you are doing certain, you know, resistance training, or if you're on a bike or the elliptical or whatever, you know, you're able to, you know, when you start getting fatigue and stuff, you know, you can look at it as, okay, this is my weak point.
Right.
And you start telling yourself in your mind, no, keep going.
Yep.
Because what I've been noticing is, and we know this, you know, that everything, it starts in your mind, man. You know? You start getting weak, not in your body first, in your mind. Starts up here first, man. You know, then you start, I'm kind of burning out. I'm gonna slow down. You do those thoughts in your mind, and then your body follow after it.
One of the best qualities to have is endurance.
Yeah.
Right.
So when you are doing, you know, particular workouts or whatever, you know, you got to start telling yourself, hey, strength, endurance, keep going. You know, as soon as you get tired, let me go. You know, let me go another minute. And let me go another 2 minutes. And what that does is, it profits you, because now what you're doing is you're applying that to the faith.
Yep.
You know, because you gotta train your mind. You're training your mind up, man. You know, you putting yourself. You know, you feeling, oh, I can't do it no more.
You're not that comfort zone.
Yeah, you get out that comfort zone. You feeling like, oh, I can't lift this no more. But then you tell yourself, you know, in the name of Bahasham, push, boom.
Yeah, I went to the gym on Monday, man. I was on that treadmill.
Yeah.
I was tired. I kept going. You know?
Yeah.
I was walking, but, you know.
Yeah.
But still, you know, once you boost up the time,
Yep.
you know,
Yeah.
your legs start getting tired and stuff.
And then you know what? You know, it's another thing too. Let's say, for instance, okay, I'm on a treadmill. Like me, I do spiritual numbers. You know, 12 minutes. I've been on the bike 12 minutes. You know what I mean? You know, I'm gonna do 5 sets of 12. You know, but I notice if I'm on a bike and I'm on that motherfucker, you know, and I'm at the 11th minute. It's seems like time starts rolling fucking back. You know, like, man, wait a minute, what the fuck? You know, but I've learned through the Spirit that at the end, you gotta kick it up.
Yep.
At the end, you really gotta end off how you begin. You know how you first get on, you own it, right? You gotta end off like that, man. Because once you finish, it feels good. It feels, you really feel like, man, I didn't break down in my mind. I didn't get weak. I didn't get weak minded. You know.
That's why they call it temperance.
Yeah.
They take a sword and they put it in the fire and they put it in the cold water and they bang it with a hammer and stick it back in the fire. That's what the last few minutes when you rev it up like that. After no pain, no gain.
Yeah, after you leave that gym, you feel good too.
Yeah, especially if you met your goals.
Right.
If you met your goals, you feel encouraged to come back. But if you don't meet your goals, you be like, man, I'm not. Man, I'm not even. Man, it's not working out for me, man. You know, I ain't gonna go tomorrow. Maybe I start fresh next week, and then you get the pudding off. You know, and then slowly but surely, you ain't been to the gym in 3 months. So it's a lot very spiritual, you know.
It's a saying when I used to box, man. You know, a lot of my coaches used to be like, "Look, man, you gotta break that mental barrier, man."
Yeah.
Because a lot of us, man, growing up younger, you gotta push through that limit. You have to. Some of us have mental barriers, man. And once you break that mental barrier, you get pushed to new heights, man. That's just like this truth. You know, when you your brother Bahasham, Ephesians 6, wrestle against flesh and blood. Just like this truth, man, through the Spirit. When you get that diligence and stuff like that, you break the mental barriers, which a lot of mental barriers that, come from these spirits out here, man. These demons try, doubt. You have a demon in you, you got to doubt, man. You doubt, man. You can't do this. Now, it is impossible. But that's a mental, mental barrier, man.
Yeah, that's true. It is true. You do feel like that.
Sometimes, in the truth, you don't feel like doing bills that day, but you still force yourself. Besides, you will force yourself to go to the gym if you don't feel like doing it.
Yeah. Because once that demon hops off you break that mental barrier, man. Because that demon only just gonna try to drag you down, like the brother said, to the point to where 5 videos a week turns into 3. 3 turns into 2.
Yeah.
Then once you get down and doing that 1 a week, you struggling doing that.
Yeah.
But
you know what? The reason why a person would get into that because he's distracted with something else.
Yep.
Something else got the attention.
Yep.
Yep.
And that spirit moved that specifically in front of you to see you decline, man.
Yeah.
Because what we do is powerful throughout the week. And hey, like the scripture say, I think it was Paul that said it, it is he said he would love to be with the Lord, but it's needful that he's here.
Yeah.
So a lot of the epistles we do throughout the week, it's needful to gird a lot of you brothers and a few sisters up throughout the week to keep you going, man. Yeah. It's the Lord.
Ephesians 6:10, and it reads, "Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord." Yahawashi.
Be strong in the Lord, man. Be strong in Yahawashi because it's most needful at the times that we entering into right now. And the Lord paved us and gave us the instruction manual on how to fight these specific things. Sometimes you might have to fast. Sometimes there'll be something that you're doing that you might have to put the video game away for a month, man. Yeah. You might have to stop doing specific things, for a month or 2, so you can get that spiritual focus back on the Lord.
Yeah, like Daniel, where it says that, he said that no flesh came into my mouth, neither wine, so certain pleasures, because, food and, having a drink, wine, champagne, strong drink, whatever, that's certain pleasures. Some of that stuff you got to put down a little bit, challenge yourself.
Yeah. You might not get no box for a whole week. So what, man? Don't be mad about it.
Yeah.
Everything's all spiritual.
Yeah.
Proverbs 18:1. It says, "Through desire, man having separated himself, seeketh and intermeddeth with all wisdom."
Yeah, so you got to separate yourself, man. Meaning stuff that you are interested into that's outside the truth. You got to set that apart. You know. And let me focus on this, even with your day to day. You know, through the Spirit. You know, I always try to push out. Have you a routine and commit to it. You know. Okay, it's 24 hours in a day. Let me put an hour. Let me dedicate an hour and a half, you know, to reading and putting out a lesson, you know. You know, let me put that vibration out. Let me, you know, challenge yourself this week for 3 days out the week, or 2 days out the, 4 days, 3 days or 4 days out the week. Let me dedicate 2 hours to the truth, you know. Going back to working out. Once you get to the end of that goal, you feel, man, you know, I feel good, man. You know?
Yeah, it's like
Because we commit to other things outside of just work, man, in a damn relationship. You know? There's other things that we commit to. You got it.
yeah, like, you know, because I would say, you know, we were called this truth to really find ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, the whole world is not really because this world will preach that you gotta get that God, you gotta get that job to please that woman, you know, or you just walk your daily life just out in the midst of trying to seek woman, man.
Yeah, all right now. Hey, what's going on? All right now. Okay, that's right.
Okay.
That's right. That's right, brother.
Appreciate it, man.
Hey, hey, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. That's right. That's right. That's right, brother. Yeah. That's right. That's right. Thank you for your testimony, bro. All right. Yeah. That's right, brother. That's right. Yeah. Right. Yep. You know that the ruling class elites, they finna push this new financial system.
Is that right?
Yeah.
They always push.
They finna push. You gotta eat Carl.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
They say keep your enemy close.
Right.
That's exactly what they doing.
Yep.
And they supposed to do them for white supremacy.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
Yep.
Not do that.
Yeah.
They know right, but they don't do right.
Yeah,
Yep.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's the ones that don't do right, you said, is these people, the Edomites, according to the Bible, which, like Brother was saying, their whole agenda is to chip the whole population with the RFID chip, which according to the Bible is the mark of the beast, according to
Right.
Revelation 13:16. Yeah. But we're here to tell our people, which you're an Israelite, not to take that chip, or else they're going to be destroyed by nuclear fire. So that's our main message. Why we out here is to teach repentance and warn our people of the impending destruction that's going to surely come to pass. So, you know, this is not the true biblical image of our Lord. This is a deceiving image. According to the scriptures, our Lord, when the word called Jesus Christ, his true name is Yahawashi. And he's the so-called black man according to the scriptures, and the Heavenly Father. When the world calls God, his name is Yahawah. They're both so-called black men. And these are all the paid-off leaders that's set up by these people, the Edomites, the wicked. You know, to preach prosperity and false doctrine to keep our people in gross darkness.
And set up women that, you know, teach and lead people straight.
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All the right.
Turn the fathers to the sons right now. Turn the sons to the fathers. Yep, that's right. Oh man,
Yeah.
Foes shall be dead of your own household.
Yeah.
They know better, but they refuse to do better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That kind of stuff you don't want loan or whatever.
Right.
Something they sold for a jelly roll.
Man, yeah.
That type of stuff, man.
Yeah.
sad, but it's true, wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
But the elect, no matter what, in the last days, the elect, they're not gonna sell out. They'll come out and believe the word and teach. You know, Lord, when we those men, they're gonna be with the same thing we're doing because we're not the only ones doing this. It's cast throughout the whole world.
Yeah, he said he been watching brothers,
Yeah. So that's good, brother.
And the real men of the Lord, they're gonna have integrity.
Yeah.
They're gonna have strength. They're gonna have endurance. They're gonna believe in the truth.
Right.
And they're gonna just like Job did. He eschewed evil.
Yep.
He wasn't dealing with none of this crazy wild shit of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Crazy and wild.
Yeah.
Buck wild at that.
Yeah.
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 That's like they lost their minds
Yeah.
out here, some of them.
Yeah. For real.
First thing they tell you, I ain't trying to hear that.
Oh yeah. But that's why in Ezekiel.
You all dated and all this little crap.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I got rid of a woman, you know what I'm saying? Right on my birthday, March the 23rd.
Oh yeah, I'm March
She got
19th.
daughters, you know what I'm saying? They over
Yeah.
there like, you know what I'm saying? Women, with women, talking about a wife. I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
why you condoning all this stuff? Well, I'll let them do what they want to do.
Nah, they ain't supposed to do that.
No, you supposed to tell them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So just sit back, you know what I'm saying? Let them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Send their self in fucking hell, man.
Yeah.
And that's true love, brother.
If you do that to your kids, what you do to me?
Right,
I'll
right.
beat you around.
Yeah. Yeah, the Bible say train up a child in a way that he should go, and when he is older, he won't depart from it.
Right.
So you're supposed to teach him. You're supposed to teach him right. Yeah. Yep. That's right, brother.
This 2 Timothy 3 and 13, right? And 13. But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived.
Yeah, so in the last days, we're seeing that. A lot of men, the conduct of the people is waxing worse and worse.
Right.
The love of many is waxing cold. People are becoming more prideful, more self-willed, exalting their own names over the names of the Lord.
Right.
And that's what we out here to teach our people to get out that degenerate mindset. Because whoever's in that mindset of being an Israelite, they're not going to enter to the kingdom of heaven with that mindset.
Yeah.
That's another verse. It says, but continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them.
Yeah. And we learned this truth from our apostle Elder Mills, from the truth men that taught us the truth. Because we didn't come out here according to our own accord and teach, what according to our own understanding. It came from our elders and apostles.
Yeah. People that are over us.
That are over us. So, we deal with order and humility too. So,
And that's something that black culture don't have.
yeah.
Black culture don't have manners. It doesn't have substance. It doesn't have fortitude, integrity.
Brotherly love.
Brotherly love. So on and so forth. So the so-called white man set up that black culture. You know what I mean? All to keep us at odds, separated and at odds. And what the truth, and the true teachings of the Bible promotes unity and brotherhood and being of the same mind.
Yeah. Everybody else seems like everybody else got unity to stick together but outrage.
Yeah, but that goes back to the curses though. It say that we will be under certain curses. Yep. Yep. And we do it through the Spirit. Yep, that's right. Yep.
I got one more verse. The Spirit to talk about training up a child.
Yeah.
Right? So this is verse 15. And that from a child thou hast known the Holy Scriptures, which are able to make thee wise unto salvation through faith, which is in Yahawashi.
Yeah, and Paul was talking to Timothy, which Timothy's mother and grandmother, Eunice and Lois, they knew there was Israelites and they was teaching them the word, man. So, it's best to train up the child in the right way. But see, the Lord has turned us this truth. So now we know how to govern ourselves and navigate through the Spirit now, Because ain't no nigga shit happening over here, We govern ourselves through the way of truth. Because with these so-called white people, their biblical nationality is Edomites, they promote nigga shit. the music and all that. They pay Jay-Z and all these different people millions of dollars to push out robbing, stealing, killing, and all that. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, Kanye West might be nutty, but he's like, oh, you people are a bunch of faggots.
Yeah. Yeah.
Killing my manhood. With no law.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Straight out told him, now all of a sudden they shutting him down.
Oh, yeah.
All these contractors, he telling them the truth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, say
What
that.
they do is dehumanize
Yep.
you first, steal your manhood and your soul, take everything from you,
Buck
then
break.
turn around, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And make you self, you know what I'm saying, disrespect yourself.
Man, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Or you call a piece of work, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Strip you of your own self-respect.
Yeah.
You don't have those three things, you done.
Yeah.
You might be just going to the grave.
Yep.
Huh?
Yep, you're a dead
Call it
person.
a life, huh?
Right.
Yo, man, so you like that for $1 or two?
Yeah.
No, forget it. It ain't
Yeah.
that serious.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, oh, I was going to bring out Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28 and 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother.
And what he's reading is the curses that will befall the children of Israel. So it's saying that basically the brotherly love will be disconnected from the Israelites.
Right.
And what will come in is hatred.
Right.
All right? And we know who the Israelites is by the curses and the prophecies. See, the so-called white men that's over there in the land right now, Israel, they don't fit this.
None of these curses.
The curses say that the Israelite woman will be a harlot in the street, a prostitute.
Right.
Selling it, you go down Figueroa, Long Beach, different areas. What you see up and down there. You see Israelite women hoes selling themselves. You don't see the so-called Jew woman down there.
Yeah, no, I ain't seen down too. I've been on this planet, you know what I'm saying, 69 years.
Right.
They're all up and down Figueroa. I got family, I used to stay over there all that.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? I see our people over there, that's what I do.
Yeah, and that's prophecy. That's prophecy. We can pluck it out right in the Bible. Matter of fact, let's get Amos 7:17 real quick for the brother.
And another curse is that our women lose their hair.
Yeah.
And you don't see that over there in the Israeli nation.
Oh, right.
You don't
Yeah,
see
in
that.
Isaiah the 3rd chapter, one of the curses of the Negro woman is that she will lose her hair. That's why they wearing the weaves, the lace fronts, the extensions, and all that. That's a curse in the Bible.
Right.
You know,
Fit us.
due to their rebellion
Right.
with that loud mouth.
Being evil.
Yeah,
That's making evil all night.
Yep.
And they get ugly just
Yep.
the way they think. You know what I'm saying? Shut yourself with them and what happened.
Yeah.
Like, hey, what the hell happened to you?
That's right. Yep.
Making evil, you know, plotting and scheming on the wrong people.
Yep.
Huh?
Setting people up.
Voodoo and everything else.
Oh, man. Yeah, right.
So they can keep the car to sleep in.
Yeah. We got something for you, brother. Go ahead.
It says, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall lead.
Don't you know the Bible speaks about men leaving a woman and their children? That's one of the curses.
Whoa.
See, gonna parent the house.
Father left us when we was 13. But
See?
you know what I'm saying? It's
That was the
like,
curses,
hey,
yeah.
I have to come up. I was like, I have to do what I have to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Boy, real fast. Huh?
Yeah.
I had my first car when I was 15 years old.
That's right.
And I bought it.
That's
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
That's right. Yeah.
I know it's all designed and what have you for the men to come up out of danger.
Yeah.
Probably on the men's out there committing felony. You know what I'm saying? Then the baby mama turn around and put him in jail.
Oh, yeah.
And turn the son into maggots.
Oh, man. Come on. You. Spirit on you. Spirit on you.
Pills all up in their mouths for a check. Yeah,
Man,
just to
spirit
pay
on
the
you.
bill up, she don't put the baby
Yeah.
daddy in jail.
Oh, yeah.
You see what I'm
Then
saying?
she go down there to the program, and she got the WIC, the low income housing, the child care, the Medicare.
She rolling. She ain't rolling.
Yeah.
She ain't rolling away with that crap.
And
She ain't got no food and
Right, right. And she'll tell you, I don't need no man, but she depend on the so-called white man for everything.
So much. That's
Yeah.
the other spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. We got another one for you.
It's Amos 7:17. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, thy wife shall be an harlot in the city.
Your wives, the Israelite women, is going to be harlots in the streets, in the city. Go ahead.
It says, and thy sons
The boys, right?
and thy daughters shall fall by the sword.
Shall fall by the sword. The modern day sword is a gun.
Right.
So what it's saying is your women is going to be prostitutes and hoes, and then your children, they're going to be getting shot down in the street. Yeah, right. Yep. And see the Christian church, the Baptist church, the Catholic church, you think they plucking out that?
They off the chain.
They ain't pulling. They not plucking that out of these scripts, man.
Yeah.
It says,
They just saying what they think you should hear, what they want you to hear.
Right.
Without stuff.
Right.
right. It says, and thy land shall be divided by line.
Yeah, our homeland, which is Israel, is divided by line. You got two different people. You got the Palestinians, and then you got the Israelis in that land fighting.
Right.
Go ahead.
It says, and thou shalt die in the polluted land.
And we shall die in a polluted land. That's America. America is polluted. You got the GMO food, you got the chemtrails, you got the fluoride water, and then it's also polluted by these different doctrines and philosophies and ways of life. Black culture, hip-hop culture, American culture. That pollutes the so-called black man.
That's what it do.
It pollutes them.
It's designed to do it too.
Yep.
To control them and destroy them.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Exactly.
It says, and Israel shall surely go into captivity forth of his land.
And it said the Israelites will go into captivity, slavery.
Slavery.
You feel me?
Yeah.
That's what the prophecies say.
Right.
And when you look at all the nations of the world, right? Which we got here, Israel, that's us. And then you got all these other nations here. All right now. From the so-called white man on down to the Spanish in the Cyprus.
Right.
They don't fit that. Do the Asian man fit that? What we read? Do the Asian people fit that?
No, they
They
don't.
ain't getting shot down.
What about the actual African, the Ethiopians and shit that look at you crazy when you go into the Ethiopian food spot? They look at you like how the so-called white man look at you.
Like,
They don't fit that. Right.
You know what I'm saying? All people.
The East Indian. You know, when you go into the gas station and you trying to, get you whatever, they looking at you like making sure you ain't taking no shit.
Right.
You know?
They just something.
The Arabs.
Same thing.
You go downtown, you may go get you a case of t-shirts from downtown or something. They looking at you like, nigga, what you doing over here?
Exactly.
These other nations don't fit what the prophecies say that the Israelites will go through in these times that we live.
I mean, they got everybody against us, even ourselves.
Yeah.
That's the bad part about it.
But that's how you destroy your enemies, right?
Yeah.
Now, see, another thing with the Bible, it teaches us how to think like serpents. We know how our enemies think because the scriptures tell us how they will act. So now we in a position where, okay, if I'm ruling over my enemy, right, how can I keep them destroyed? Well, let me pin them against each other. If they kill each other, I ain't got to worry about killing them.
Worry about it. Right.
You know?
Right.
If I destroy their education system, if I destroy their schools, if I destroy their food, if I give them bullshit jobs, making, less than minimum wage, I ain't got to worry about them coming up and moving in my neighborhood.
Exactly.
Especially
You feel me?
if you raise they women over their men.
Yeah, and if I give their women liberty and feminism, they ain't gonna depend on their men. So the marriages and the relationships and all that's gonna be destroyed in their communities. You know?
And don't let them discipline their children.
Yeah.
You go to jail if you spank your child.
Yeah, make it a crime if they whoop their children, they'll go to jail. So now you can't discipline your children.
He out of control.
You know?
But he can do it though.
Yeah,
You know what
right.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
they
no
could discipline him
problem,
in the
Mhm.
prison house. They could discipline
And
him.
then don't give them access to wealth. Don't give them a car loan.
though. Right.
You
Of course not.
oh yeah, give them a car loan
Yeah.
because I need them to get to this job
That's
Yeah.
right.
because they my slaves.
They
Yeah.
must slave.
But I'm not giving them no business loans though.
No.
I'll give them a house that they can default on.
Yeah.
You know, to give them an illusion of success because you got to give your enemies hope.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Right.
Bible teaches all that.
Whoa.
When they do give us them specific loans, they make our interest rate high as hell, man.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You get a car at 21% APR.
Yep.
Man.
You know, if you do get a house, they moving you either in the hood or you got to go way to Moreno Valley, way out there, and you got to come way out here to go to work.
You gotta go to work. Just to
That's
make a
putting
living.
wear and tear on your car. Meanwhile, the so-called white man, if he got a business, he live right around the corner from his business.
He can walk to
Yeah. Yeah, he go over there to his deli.
Jog around.
You know, he come in, jog from to his deli. Hey, I'm just checking on everything. All right, I'm going back home.
Go back home. Check
Meanwhile, you live 60, 70 miles away.
You don't care.
But
You know
he
what I'm saying?
jogged there
Yeah,
with his little Fitbit and shit.
Yeah, he there. He come in there. All right.
How you doing?
Yeah.
Or he got a
Stay
big ass.
alive, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Spend all that money he made off of you, huh?
Yep. Then they tax you heavy.
Oh my God.
You get your paycheck at the end of the week. It's like, come on now.
Yeah. They got paid before you did.
Oh yeah, come on now.
Man.
Come on now.
Oh,
Yep.
it's a setup for real.
Yeah. So this system is constructed to keep these people face down on their face.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
So the Israelites are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. But now, truth is covering the earth. Truth is out. You got many brothers out here bringing out that truth. So now, the people that was...
No more.
Nope.
Technology won't
Increase.
let them hide it.
Yep.
You get it on the phone, you get it on the
Exactly.
TV.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They can't hide things like they did 30 years ago.
Oh, no.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
So, hey,
Yep.
You said technology won't let him hide.
Yeah, yep. And this truth is what gets us together.
Yeah.
Because the people that was once destroyed for a lack of knowledge, now an elect of them, a remnant, is now getting healed. They now standing on their feet.
Waking up.
They now waking up. They no longer dry bones laying in the valley.
That's right.
You know? And that's what the Edomites hate. That's what the so-called white men hate. They don't fear a nigga down the street that's wearing blue, red, purple with a gun on him,
No.
hitting licks. They don't care.
care nothing about him.
They can send 12 police over there and go ahead and handle that.
Right.
But they fear a man with wisdom.
Knowledge. Yeah.
They fear that because they know that he can go and wake up others.
That's right. And he gonna wake up all the next thing you know it's a big old cycle.
A great awakening. A great awakening.
You know what I'm saying?
That know,
That's what they don't want.
and then a part of that great awakening, they'll know who the enemy is, what false philosophies is, what to look out for, what not to take. Not to hear these celebrities and these entertainers, which they paid off,
Yeah.
you know?
No doubt.
Then they got less people in prison.
Yeah.
Less people going to these old corny ass churches.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? They start losing all kinds of revenue.
Because the prison house, that's a business.
Business, bro.
And
Mike, what's his name? Basketball player, you got a private.
Michael Jordan, yeah. Yeah, let's think about it. If I finance a rapper to push out his music, and let's just throw out a name, Dr. Dre, right? Ice Cube, that NWO, right? If I finance them to push out that gangster rap, I can benefit off the prison system.
Right.
I could keep police officers hired.
Right.
I could keep their communities destroyed.
The legal system, more
Oh,
money, more money.
judges in the courthouse, they got for show work for years.
Yep.
For years, you know?
Job security.
The women,
All
there are women,
the board. Their kids and their kids' kids.
Yep. There are women in their community. They're gonna be they ain't gonna have a husband. 9 times out of 10, their son. Yep.
What they gonna do?
9 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10, the son, 13, 14, 15. He get enticed by what he hear.
Yeah,
He end up getting
He might be toe up in the head. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So it's a domino effect how
Yeah.
the so-called white men pushed out these vibrations and these different influences in the earth to destroy these people.
Right.
Feel me?
Then they got the black man, black supremacists, helping them do it.
Oh yeah.
Killing his own people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Rich,
saying? I'm
yeah.
from Tom days, so now they got black supremacists.
Yeah.
They got a crack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Body, all that.
Yeah.
Jumping off, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The main thing you want to do is take your manhood.
Oh yeah.
Strip you of your own self-respect.
Yep. And that's what they doing with Kyrie Irving right now. What they doing right now, in the modern sense, they buck breaking them.
Yep.
Back in slavery, they would take, the slave master, they would take the biggest and strongest so-called black man, bring him here, turn around and pop him, right?
Yeah. Make a stop on them.
In front
But-
of all the women and all the children.
But now what they doing is with Kyrie Irving, they taking all his money away. They giving him a bad name. They making him apologize, come out and apologize and say, I'm sorry.
Over and over again.
Breaking him down.
Yep.
Making him say sorry. Fuck that, man. We not sorry. Yeah.
I hate to say it, but back I said, she's the last of the old white supremacists.
Yeah,
They got put in the ground.
Man.
And she owe the people over there in Africa,
Yeah.
the biggest money they had, she took it from somebody gave it to her. And they want their shit back. Huh?
Yeah.
They want their shit back. Now she's dead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Get our money back. Our diamonds and gold and shit.
Yeah.
You know, man, run around with all on your head.
Right.
That don't belong to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, these people, they got everything on the earth. They got the gold, the silver, the resources. They got everything by ill-gotten gain. They didn't get their righteousness. And everything really belongs to us in the first place anyways, because, we the true people of the Lord, the Israelites.
Right.
So the Lord, the Heavenly Father, his true name is Yahawah, bless us with everything on the earth. Everything.
Give it to us.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Just like they found a old nuclear plant over there in Africa.
Oh, yeah.
It's supposed to have been 2 billion years old.
Yeah.
In Africa. You know what I'm saying? So that's letting you know something else is going on, man. With all these UFOs and all this stuff. All up in the ship.
Now we will say this. The Bible speaks about aircrafts that the angels travel in.
Right.
Now the so-called white man, he comes out and says, "Oh, we don't know what it is. It's crazy." But
They know what it is.
let's get Isaiah 19. Let's get him Isaiah 19 real quick, because the Bible, it's all over the Bible that what you think led the children of Israel out of Egypt, that was supplying them light in the wilderness.
Right.
It said a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire at night to give them light in the wilderness.
Right.
There was an aircraft that was giving them light so they can see.
Exactly.
Get that real quick, bro.
Isaiah 19:1. The bird of Egypt.
It's talking about America. You're not going to find America in the Bible, but you're going to find these titles of ancient kingdoms. Go ahead.
Behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud.
The Lord rideth upon a swift cloud. Is that talking about a regular cloud?
Right.
No. When the prophets received these visions and they saw these things that the Lord showed them, they compare the things that they saw in these visions according to the knowledge and the wisdom that they had.
At that time.
So if I'm in the ancient world 1,000 years ago, remember planes ain't on the scene.
No.
If I see something large in the air flying and the only thing that's in the air is clouds, I'm gonna reference it to that. Look, it looked like a big ass cloud.
Wow.
Oh, it looked like a pillar. It looked like a cloud moving.
Man.
Look like a whirlwind.
Yeah.
says, "It shall come into Egypt."
So what it's saying is the Lord is going to come on an aircraft and come into America, right?
It says, "And the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it."
Because these aircrafts is going to bug these people out, man. They're going to think, oh, they told us that those was aliens. But then they see big black men coming out of there, the angels.
Right. Right.
You know? And then the only ones getting saved is blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans, Haitians,
Yeah.
you know?
Right.
People that be in the hood. Only ones getting delivered is those people. But the so-called white man, the Asian man, the Japanese, the Chinese, all these motherfuckers getting destroyed.
Man,
Come on now.
Today too.
Man, that's the day of the Lord right there. That's the day of the Lord right there. That's the day of the Lord though right there, huh?
Here without non-stop.
Man. Yeah.
This is Revelation chapter 1, verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him.
Now he is our Lord Yahawashi, whom the world called Jesus Christ, whom the so-called black people got.
When he said that every eye shall see him.
Yeah.
Yep.
So when he come, he's gonna come on a very large aircraft,
Right.
and everybody is gonna be like, what the hell
what
is
the
that?
hell? No,
What
it
the
ain't
hell is that?
No, what the heaven?
Right. What in the heavens? Yeah.
What the
That's
heaven
that's
is
where you
that?
get these main movie I like to reference as far as scriptural wise is Independence Day. When that big ship came out of that cloud.
Oh, yeah.
The
They
White
get it.
House.
The spirit of the Most High came down. Saved, the Lord delivered the brother phone, man. That shit was gonna crack.
Just got it.
Yeah, but people know what's going on. But they just stand and let the rest of the world know.
That was
You
mine.
know, it's funny, man, that even during slavery, when they was enforcing that, they said Russians never enforcing embracing. Is that true?
better or something?
Well, say it again. They was trying to get us to embrace it.
Russians didn't embrace slavery.
That's why I
Back
had
in the
bought that
days
one.
when everybody was grabbing everybody was slaves, putting them in those slave ships. Russians didn't have nothing to do with it.
Well, I tell you this. When you read in Revelation 12, it speaks about Israelites being in a dead state and the spirit of life entered into them, which is the truth, and that these nations saw us in this dead state, and they marveled, you know, and they sent gifts one to another. So all these nations, they have all these nations have saw the downfall of the Israelites, and they didn't do nothing about it.
Right.
So if you don't do nothing about it, you just as good as being a part of it.
Exactly. Collusion.
Because they join it hand in hand with the wicked.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, even though they say they're not a part of it, but they didn't say nothing about it. They was in cahoots with the white man.
Just like you said about you know, one of your relatives, I mean your girl, your ex-girl, and she had the child, and she wasn't telling them, hey man, you can't do that.
Yeah.
She's basically encouraging that behavior because she's not stopping it.
That's right.
So she's
no better.
So she's bad.
And she's just as bad as the behavior.
Right.
That
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Is doing.
Right.
Because our heritage teaches about rebuke. You know, rebuke goes into correction. And, you know, a lot of people mistake rebuke with hatred.
Right.
You know, because let's say, if your child is going across the street and you yank your child from the street so the car won't hit it,
Right.
will you condemn that act for, you know, violently taking your child, or will you just justify your child being saved and delivered?
Yeah.
Like Alfred Davis did that kid and do the right thing when he saved that kid's life when that ice cream truck was coming. And some car was coming about to hit the little boy, and he grabbed it. And the mother came out, "Why you grab my kid like that?"
You grabbed the boy. He might have banged up his knee a little bit, a little blood or something, but he could have been dead though.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's the same thing with us. When we come out and teach the word, people mistake it for hatred, but really it's for
but you got to be
correction.
hard in the paint sometimes. You know,
Yeah.
that's hard in the paint. That's discipline.
Right.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
don't pay you no mind. You know what I'm saying? You sit there
got something real
and talk all soft and all that old
Yeah,
crap.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna pay you no mind. You got to be hard in the paint.
Uh-huh.
When it comes to kids, man, with that discipline, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Just as long as you're not abusing them, though.
Yeah, yeah.
On a regular basis. You know what I'm saying?
This is Isaiah 58:1. Cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins.
So we supposed to come out and judge our people. But one of the things that our people commonly quote, only God can judge me. That's not in the Bible.
Right.
That's something from a damn
Tupac
song.
came out there with a song.
Tupac said that, and look where he at.
Yeah, he in the grave.
So we supposed to come out and condemn the behavior, the bad behavior of our people to correct them,
Right.
you know? So they can walk in the path of righteousness, so they don't get destroyed out here by the so-called white man.
Right.
Because like we said earlier, the so-called white man, he set up the gangs. Here it is, the Republican and Democrat Party is red and blue.
Yeah.
And then the gang culture is red and blue. Like, come on now.
And the Civil War was what? Red and blue.
Right, the American flag.
Slavery, you know what I'm saying? They don't catch it.
Yeah, the American flag, red, white, blue. You know, so that's all set up by the so-called white man, so he can prosper off of prisons. Like we said earlier, the court systems, keeping the police paid, keeping the judge paid, keeping the wardens paid, keeping the prisons paid.
And that's how they control a lot of people because of that prison system.
Yep.
And they don't even treat their dogs like that.
Oh, no.
Like
Hell
they do
no.
a human being. They pick up their dog shit every day.
Yeah.
And they mama and daddy get old and get sick. They won't even wipe their daddy or mama's ass.
Come on now.
They'll throw their asses up with a convalescent home.
Yep.
With a bunch of strangers and kill them all.
Right.
But they'll pick that dog shit up every day up there. They go on and shit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, why you picking this fucking dog shit up?
Disgusting.
You won't wipe your mama's ass. See, wiping your ass to bring your ass in the world.
Right.
Huh?
And then with the prison system, not only you got the warden and the police officers, the prison system, they need food. So that's another industry that's getting paid.
That's right.
You got a bed, you got blankets, you got clothes, you got the whole system, the J-Pay, where you got to go in there and send them some money. So it's a domino effect of many people getting paid. It's a business. So it's in their best interest to push out this music that put out these evil spirits, so people can war, so our people can war against each other. Meanwhile, people getting paid on the back end.
That's right. And plus on top of that, for each year you in prison, taxpayers supposed to pay anywhere between $50,000 to $100,000 a year, and you can't even get a job making that much.
Come on now.
What kind of crap is that?
Yeah.
That's about I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing our people say.
Yeah.
And you need to start tripping and paying attention, because they sit back, you're playing games.
Right. Yep. So this system is all about the oppression of the so-called black man and the Hispanic and Native Americans, because we all share the same story.
That's right.
We all was conquered, had our heritage stripped away from us and destroyed by the so-called white man, which is biblical nationality, is the Edomites.
Right.
You know?
Now they got these other people with them.
Oh, these sellouts. You will always have these sellouts.
You know what I'm saying? These sellouts, I call them black supremacy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They want to do the white supremacy.
They want to suspend Kyrie.
Yeah.
But nobody's saying shit about Jeff Bezos.
Right.
He owns Amazon.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Y'all mad because we know the Moors are our ancient brothers who trying to talk to us in 2022.
Yeah.
So we can't post.
Right. Now the Moors are
Once we owe
Israelites.
500,000, that's not cool, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's deeper than the Moors, but it's like, see, I'm from Washington, D.C., so I still say Redskin.
Yeah.
I don't mean no harm to nobody.
Right.
That's what you do.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Commanders is more racist.
Yep. This whole
I'm
system.
just really trying to piggyback off it because I'm learning. I'm 36, I still don't know.
Oh, yeah.
We lost, so I'll be the first to admit.
Yeah.
We never wanted to learn politics, you know what I'm saying? So we look up to you brothers who really know, because we don't know nothing.
Yeah.
Now they 18, they're talking drill music.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But the so-called white man, they'll turn their damn face and run the other way when he come through, man. Or they'll try to pattern their life like them. I want to live like the so-called white man. Or we got to do what the so-called white man do. You know, we got to dress like the so-called white man.
What kind of crap is that?
Well, we got our own culture. We got our own culture, our own heritage, our own manners and customs that we do. You know, we don't follow after the heathen and what they got going on. You know what I mean?
I got
Yeah.
This is Lamentations 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwelleth in the land of Uz.
This is talking about the so-called white man. We know that the Edomites are the so-called white people because of the prophecies.
Right.
One of the prophecies is that the Edomites, they will set their nest amongst the stars. Now, what nation of people had the technology of planes? What nation of people put them satellites in orbit?
Yeah, the white man.
The so-called white man.
Yeah.
And the spirit animal of the Edomites is the eagle.
Right.
On the back of a quarter, there's an eagle. The Roman Empire,
That's right.
the so-called white people,
Right.
their image was the eagle. Hitler,
Right.
an eagle.
Exactly.
So there's parallels that we can draw with who the biblical Edomites are to who the so-called white man today.
Right.
All right. It speaks about the pride of these Edomites.
Right.
But what nation of people more prideful than the so-called white man?
Nobody.
Their military, their history, you know, they still pushing out what Christopher Columbus Day.
Yeah. All
That's a prideful holiday to exalt the day that you took over the native and indigenous people that was here before you.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
And we know that the Native Americans are Israelites because when Christopher Columbus came over here, he brought Hebrew interpreters.
Yeah.
Why would you bring, if I'm selling to a place and it's gonna take me 6 months to get there, out of all the languages of the earth, look, I'm gonna bring a couple of people that speak Hebrew with me
Right.
to come over here. That don't even make sense.
Right.
too.
The Vikings found Canada in province in Canada in 1000 AD.
Okay.
Brothers that look like we was down here all along.
Oh yeah.
You talking about the Moors mating with the Aztecs to, you say indigenous, they try to clown our brothers in Illinois because they're trying to fight for indigenous rights and they're talking about some y'all black men in Illinois. We already know, man, come on, man, the Great Kush Dynasty was found inland, in Illinois.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's been artifacts, there's been things found. I mean, it don't start like with Christopher, but that's like you said, man, that's wrong, man.
Yeah.
And they teaching their babies.
Oh yeah.
What is 1492?
Well,
It don't mean nothing to me.
Well, when we were mainly called Moors, it's because we ruled Europe for a period of 1,000 years.
Right. Black Moors, you know, man, most of them
That's
were
where they get
slaves,
that-
North African slaves who
Yeah,
worked for Europeans and all that.
Yeah, you had Israelites, great
Yeah,
influence
you
in
had-
Israelites there too.
But even though they called themselves Moors, they really were Israelites.
True indeed. So the Israelites were in Spain for about 781 years.
Yeah, like 1,000, roughly
Yeah,
1,000.
yeah.
And more, that goes back to the Spanish Moreno, which means brown skin. You know? So these ruling class, at least, they're going to try to keep suppressing this truth because this truth is causing what the scriptures call a great awakening, a great shaking of the bones together. You know?
I got a little bit more.
Go ahead.
It says, the cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shall make thyself naked. Can I say something? real
Yeah,
quick?
you got it, bro.
And the reason why I brought this out, it says, thou shalt be drunken and make thyself naked, because right now, they're being exposed through the prophets. That's why they're coming at Kyrie Irving like that, and which really that's always been out, but they're huge celebrities on a huge platform, a plateau. So now, like the brother brought out, they're doing buck breaking because the reason, hey, we can sit up here and call ourselves niggas and all that, which we know that's not who we are. You know what I'm saying? But when you call, you know, these we call them small hats. When you tell them who they aren't, now it's a big problem. But they can sit up and call us whatever they want to, man.
Yeah,
you know?
You can be an
call them
Arab.
what you want to call them.
You can be a damn
That's a big
Arab.
old problem.
You can be a damn into Egyptology. You can go back to Kemet. You can go have all these different more science. But as soon as you say that, look, I descend from the people that said the Bible. Oh no, you're not. That's anti-Semitism.
You see?
Come on now.
That documentary is called From Hebrew to Negro.
Yeah, man.
What's anti-Semitic about that? Like, it's us.
Now we're gonna break down the word anti-Semitic
Okay,
because
yeah, 'cause I'm off, man.
that's something that they're using as a weapon. Now we know anti means against, right?
Yeah.
But sim, what does the sim part mean? Now sim, it goes back to one of the 3 sons that Noah had. He had Ham, Shem, and Japheth. Right? Go ahead, read.
Genesis 10:1. Now these are generations of the sons of Noah.
Okay.
Shem, Ham, and Japheth.
So through the line of Shem came the Israelites. Now we know Jew is short for Judah, which is one of the 12 tribes of Israel. All right. So when they say anti-Shem, they saying you being against the descendants from Shem, but the Israelites isn't the only nation that came from the lineage of Shem. Through that son, you had, let's say for instance, you had 3 sons. This guy, this guy, this guy. Ham, Shem, Japheth. Through Shem, he had sons and daughters, sons and daughters, sons and daughters, and then he birthed the Israelites later on, maybe 50 years later. Them people that came from that line, these is the chosen people. These are the people that the Lord dealing with, right? They made a covenant with, gave them the law, the statutes, and commandments, delivered them out of Egypt, so on and so forth. So when they say anti-Shem, they saying these nations is against this guy. But then you have a host of other nations. You got the Assyrians that stem from Shem. You got Syrians. You got the Persians. You got Arabs. You got the so-called, even the so-called white men come from the line of Shem.
Edomites.
The Edomites.
The Chinese, Japanese.
The Chinese and the Japanese come from Shem. So when you come out and say anti-Shem, that makes no sense because many nations came from him, from Shem. So it's a play on words.
Right.
They pushing that vibration. So when you say anti-Sem, you automatically think about the Jews.
And it costs though, but don't play on words. That's not. See, man.
But that's their power. Their power is in words. That's why they said things. If you want to hide something, put it in the book.
Right.
Because in the book, a nigga not gonna read it. And then if he do read it, he ain't gonna understand it because of the
Understand
words.
Yeah.
Yeah. But see, we
The way
study
you
words.
word
We
it.
go into languages. We go into etymology, and we go into the history of different translations of the Bible. So
Right.
they can't run that up here through the Spirit. Right? So anti-Shem, that's just a play on words. All right? It's just a play on words.
And that's what they're good at doing.
what they do.
Because even in the media, like when they asked Kanye West, he was sitting down, they said, oh, did you hear that from the black Hebrew Israelites? We ain't.
First off, ain't nobody
Right.
black. We all different shades of brown.
Right.
Even the
right.
darkest person is brown. All right? Black, that ain't nobody that brother's color right there. Like I said, you got dark ass people that damn near look black,
Yeah,
but they're brown. You have different shades of brown, and then you have red and pink people, so-called white men, because they're not white.
Yeah, that's
You
what
know?
I call them big ass people.
Right.
huh?
And black.
That's a play on words. So black means what? Negative. You know, if you got a black spirit, you evil, dark. And white
Black
means
magic,
what? Righteous,
black male,
holy, pure.
Everything black.
It's
Yeah.
a play on dictionary too
Something
from
Yeah.
that Oxford English and that Webster's dictionary.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They're
They-
trying to.
It's
They
called
got-
newspeak.
Yeah.
Man, they're trying to, and they teaching the babies
Oh,
because it
man.
means light in the Oxford English dictionary. It means, you know, this ain't cool, man.
That's why get into etymology. The word etymology means the origin of a word. So they got certain websites you go to, and then it'll show you the origin of a particular word. Case in point, the word nice. Today we think it's just somebody that's courteous, generous, so on and so
All that,
forth.
yeah.
But when you go into the etymology of the word nice, it means foolish. It means stupid.
Right.
Because in all actuality, how can you govern yourself off being nice? You know, you'll fall by so many different things, man. Being a Mr. Nice Guy. You feel me?
Especially.
Nice guy finished
And then because of my color, they said, "Oh, you speak with so much aggression." Look at what I grew up in.
Look,
In America, I'm a black man in America. What you mean? And I maybe it's still me because I can't always come with aggressive, but dang, man.
I mean, that's your
Dang,
masculinity.
like, I'm a young black man. Right, they don't even get it, man.
That's your masculinity, though.
That's just
Yeah, I know that, but
austere.
But they don't like that. They don't like when a man speaks rough and loud.
Right, what do y'all want from
like
us? Like, what you
They
want
want you
me
to be soft, yes, master, not looking at them in the face, not sound weak. That's when they
Yeah, that don't mean I'm arrogant or cocky. I'm just confident. I'm a black man. Like, I know I'm a chosen one, but y'all not gonna take anything to me, man.
Right.
Our Lord Yahawashi, when they called Jesus, he spoke with a loud voice and authority.
Yeah.
He
The
wasn't
angels
Right.
speak with a loud. They say I heard a loud voice from heaven.
It's just get frustrated, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, can we get Ecclesiastes 7:7? Oppression make a wise man
You
mad.
punch one for saying the word nigga. You punch a white boy, then I'm sitting down for 2-3 years and
Nigga is in the Bible.
I'm lost. My family can't find me. I'm locked up. I'm not even from it. So it's not fair, man.
Yeah, the word nigga is in the Bible, and it was describing a black person, so-called.
This is Ecclesiastes 7:7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
Oppression make a wise man mad. You seeing the different things that's happening in your community, in the education system, in the food system, the GMOs, the chemtrails, the fluoride, how the global elites is really patterning this society after a way to destroy you, and you wake up to that, and you understand that it's oppression, it's gonna make a wise man mad. You feel me? You're gonna feel a certain type of way because you're gonna feel like you've been lied to. The church lied to you. Like I said, the school system, the college system. The whole American dream is a nightmare for these people on this sign right here. You know? Now, of course, you got...
I'm going here tonight, Dominican Republic. I'm going there for 5 days, right?
Yeah. Those are the Israelites.
Our brothers, right?
Yeah. Those are the Israelites, man. You know, so there's a great awakening happening for the Israelites, and the so-called white man is terrified of it. Now, a part of this message is repenting and converting, right? Converting meaning you worship in the true power, you understand who you are, you try to keep the law, statutes, and commandments the best you can. We not perfect. We gonna fall short. But that's why we got our Lord Yahawashi.
That's right.
Because he was set up to be a prince and a savior, but to give Israel repentance and forgiveness of sins. That's Acts, the 5th chapter, the 30th verse. And we know, I know we talked to you about it, but you know about the implantable technology that they finna push out, right? This new cashless system. Yeah. So they basically gonna try to put this cell phone technology in your hand. And that's how they gonna identify you. Ain't gonna be no social security number, ain't gonna be no driver's license number. They're gonna try to. Ain't gonna be no money, no coins. They gonna try to convince people to get this implanted into your hand. Don't take that. You understand?
They tried it with that vax shot.
Oh yeah.
See, that was
Tried
the
to tell us,
prelude.
you can't work here no more, James.
Fuck that job. We get another.
That was a prelude of what they really want to do, which is pushing that chip. You know,
they did that to get the data. Okay, we know that certain percentage of people in California, this demographic, they was okay with getting it. Now I will say this: if y'all brothers got
the next force ain't gonna be so easy.
Right, beautiful.
No, I ain't doing that.
That's right. We didn't get it either. Now, we will say this: if a brother got it, you can repent from it. It's not the mark of the beast, but you don't get forgiveness on this. You're gonna get destroyed out here, either by the famine, by the pestilence. All right. The Lord is going to unleash all kind of crazy, wild shit out here, man. Things that we ain't even seen before. And guess what? The Lord going to put the spirit on the so-called white man to kill a lot of Israelites, man. A lot of them. He going to bring the military, the army, the navy to bring that destruction. And the sinners. Let's get Amos 9 real quick. Go ahead.
Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, you heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down to you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time.
The devil not talking about a person that's under the ground, dressed in all red, with a trident, with the tail. The word devil. With the word devil, when you go into the word, it goes back to the Greek word diablos, which is a slanderer or a deceiver, a man that deceives. Right, a liar. That fits the so-called white man. They brought people from the west coast of Africa and brought them over here, and then later on in history, they say your history starts off with slavery. No, it don't.
Yeah. So it don't.
See the whole world.
The so-called white men say that this green money and coins, that's money. The Bible said real money is gold and silver.
Yeah.
All right?
They said it was
The so-called white man said that this is the son of the Most High. The Bible say that he is so-called black man with white woolly hair, afro,
That's right.
tall,
That's right.
right?
Well, yeah.
Right? The so-called white man say that the UFOs and all this, the Bible call them the chariots of Israel, and they're going to bring destruction.
Yeah.
They're going to shoot out. The Bible speaks about how these aircrafts going to be shooting out laser beams and destroying shit. The so-called white men going to make movies called Independence Day.
Right.
All that's in the Bible. So the devil is the so-called white man that's doing the working or the bidding of Satan.
That's right.
So he's going to come down with having great wrath. Why? Because niggas is waking up. I can't deceive no more. I can't convince these people to do this and that anymore.
That's right.
So now I got to bring force.
Right.
Just like he did during, what was that? Not that time, man, Black Wall Street.
Yeah, close.
Yeah.
But worse.
Yeah, I know. It ain't that something.
You know when you go into the history of Black Wall Street, they say it was missiles falling down over there.
That's what I'm saying, man. Nobody wants
Oh.
Missiles was falling down,
Nobody
destroying them
back then.
niggas.
your own nation.
Yeah, yeah.
The
Your
tech,
own
look,
nation.
look, the
Yeah,
technology
black
that we
people
have
help
right
us,
now,
I understand.
the technology that we
Over
have right
21
now is
banks.
old technology.
Yeah.
The shit that they show us, you know, in this world, old technology.
Right.
The dropping bombs, they been doing that, man.
Right.
As soon as they took flight on them planes, they try to figure out how we can weaponize it.
Yeah.
And those missiles that they got now, those aren't going to be in a museum on display, man.
Yeah.
There's not been no weapon created on the planet Earth that hasn't been used.
Yeah.
So people thinking that, oh, they got missiles, but they're not going to shoot them.
Yeah.
They got buttons for them to be shot, man.
Yeah.
You know?
The Bible speaks about flying. Remember, like we said earlier, when the prophets saw the visions, they wasn't using ICBM missiles, nuclear warfare, planes, missiles.
Right.
So when they saw the visions, when he saw the vision of the destruction of Babylon the Great, which is America, he said he saw flying swords from one side of the earth to the other. An arrow. An arrow flying from one side of the earth to another. When you look at a missile, it's just a big ass arrow. That's
Right.
all it is.
Right.
And like I said, in the vision that Edris had, it was a flying. Can we get it real quick?
Got it right here.
Go ahead.
Second Edges 15 and verse 41. It says, fire and hail and flying swords.
Fire and hell and flying swords. This is not no sword and a person pulling out and throwing it.
Right.
The prophets, they saw things that happened in the way future.
Ask Bill Patrick, man, all of them about that flying saucer. They was landing on top of labyrinths and mountains in South America. And
Man.
it's deep. A lot of people don't know though.
Yeah.
bro.
But that's why you got the men of the Lord to come out and proclaim the words. Go ahead.
It says, and many waters that all fields may be full in all waters, in all rivers, with the abundance of great waters.
Now the abundance of great waters in Revelation, Apostle John, he saw a lake of fire, which is caused from the missiles hitting this place and causing a nuclear destruction. So when you look at it from an aerial point of view, it looks like a lake of fire, meaning fire all over the place.
Right.
That's the destruction of this place. That's the end all be all of this place. Go ahead.
It says, and they shall break down the cities and walls.
Like you were saying, breaking down the cities, the walls, they coming to bring destruction. Go ahead.
It says mountains and hills,
Mountains and hills is destroying all these lands.
Flatten this
trees,
land.
trees of the wood and
Trees.
grass of the meadows and their corn.
So it's bringing everything to
Everything going
nothing.
down, huh?
Yeah.
And they shall go steadfastly unto Babylon.
So the scriptures tell us where these missiles going. They're going into Babylon. It's not
This is
talking.
Babylon.
It's not talking about
America is
ancient Babylon. Ancient Babylon
It's about this
is
Babylon.
Iraq. They ain't talking about that. It's talking about Babylon that ruleth over the
All right,
kingdoms
brother.
of the world.
Stay strong,
All right, brother.
bro.
Be strong. Shalom, bro. Be strong. All right. Stay safe. All right.
Sunday we out here.
All right. At 1 o'clock Sunday. All right. Yeah.
It says, and make her afraid.
And make her afraid, so it's gonna bring destruction here, man. And, yeah, you got.
I was saying because the scripture said talking about that all the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The only instrument that can do that is the missiles. You know, because it get very, very hot, melt everything. Just like when I seen, you seen Terminator 2?
Yeah. Yeah, when Sarah Connor was on that.
Yeah.
On that.
It's gonna be just like that. A destroying wind is gonna wipe out all the cities round about. You know, whatever that missile hits ground zero. You know, so it's gonna destroy everything in its path.
So what we set up to do is forewarn and tell the Israelites what to do to get salvation from that, to get delivered from that.
Yeah, because the Lord, He not gonna destroy everybody, because He has the elect within Israel, nation Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Americans.
This is Matthew 24:30. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great
So
glory.
we're going to come on a big, when I say this, because the second entry, the 13th chapter, it's, fathership. Big aircraft. And it's going to block out the sun and the moon and the stars. It's going to cause darkness. So when people see that, people going to be screaming. Right? Go ahead.
And it says, and He shall send His angels with a great sound of a trumpet.
So it's going to be the Lord, and He's going to have angels with Him, right? And all the angels, so-called black men, it says that their skin is burned as brass. Okay? That's your color. All right? And they tall. Big beards. They ain't playing no games.
No games.
Go ahead.
And it says, and they shall gather together His elect.
They shall gather the elect. The elect of these people. And the elect are those who believe in the truth, that have faith, that have works, that believe, that present their bodies a living sacrifice. Now, every brother isn't a teacher. You got the hearers of the word. You know, you got the hearers of the word, and then you pattern your life after the Lord the best you can. You feel me? You got helps. You know, this brother, he don't teach, but this brother, we call him the armor bearer. You know, great help. You know, great man of the Lord right there. You know, so you got different officers. This brother right here, he been coming out for what, 5 years, 5 years. You know, and if he keep believing to the end, he gonna get delivered. And before that, the Lord gonna give him a miracle and cause him to stand up.
Yeah, exactly.
And it says, together. And they shall gather together His elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other.
So you got elect all throughout the world, but in Babylon the Great, you got 1/3, right?
Right.
So the Lord is going to deliver His elect, and that's what we're talking about. Right. Before that time comes, get right, so you can escape the wrath of Him that sit upon the throne. And when it's famine out here, when it's civil unrest out here, the Lord will provide for you. You know, when there's no food in these grocery stores, the Most High drop off some food for you. You know?
There's a counsel that
Isaiah 65:13. Therefore thus saith the Lord God, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry.
Servants of the Lord, those are the elect, right?
They're going to be taken care of.
Yep.
Chosen few.
Yep.
It says, behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty.
We're going to have food and drink.
That's right.
Behold, my servants shall rejoice.
We're going to rejoice. Why? Because the Lord going to be looking out for us. We're going to be hearing about such and such die. Oh, yeah, you heard your uncle, your aunties. Them motherfuckers, they didn't got put to death. You know? And meanwhile, these people that was out there selling, slanging, doing all this, out doing all kind of crazy worldly shit. Most High came and visited them and laid their ass down.
Just like that.
That's the type of stories we're gonna be hearing.
Exactly.
Oh, your little nephew that was a little soft. You know, your nephew that was, you heard he was over there running around boys and all that. Heard him get his head chopped off.
Cut straight, smooth off.
Heard him get his body cut asunder, straight in half. So-called white man ran him down with his military tank. You know? But meanwhile, you're going to be eating, you're going to be drinking, and you're gonna be rejoicing because you know that the Lord is looking out for you.
Exactly.
It says, but ye shall be ashamed.
These other people gonna be ashamed. Oh man, they told us about this stuff. They told us about this time. They told us that the so-called white man was the devil and he was gonna use his military to come down.
Too late. Oops, too late.
Oops, too late. They late and $1 short.
Because you know the scriptures, brother,
Might be an
say,
agent right
Ready.
there.
Get
Might be an agent.
ready, y'all.
Yeah.
because you know the scriptures say that the poorest man's wisdom is despised.
Yep.
And so right now we're poor. We don't have a voice. We don't have our own platform to speak on large matters for everybody to see us.
Yeah.
So when these people see us on the highways and byways, as we're saying right now, they look at us as insignificant. But look, when the Lord starts showing his power, start manifesting the earth, who is the Lord's true men is, it's going to be the lowly ones like us, Lord willing.
Yeah.
You know?
That's right.
The Lord's going to exalt his men, his elect, that's lowly on the low level, all to exalt his name because it's not about us.
Yeah.
It's about the Lord, Yahawah Bahasham.
Yeah, that's right,
You know?
That's right, brother. Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
I had something real quick just to go on to what he said. This 1 Corinthians 1:26. For ye see a calling brethren, have that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called. But
Now it says not many wise men after the flesh. That's not, the Lord not dealing with scholars. The Lord not dealing with these historians, these archaeologists, your PhD and doctors. And Lord ain't dealing with them.
Movie stars. all
Yeah,
that.
oh, hell no.
Denzel Washington.
Most High not dealing with them.
And it says mighty, not noble are called. You know, and mighty going into these I'm this guy, you know. I'm
Floyd Mayweather,
Yep.
Mike Tyson.
you know?
Yeah, Mike Tyson.
And noble meaning, you know, just people that have a high status in this
Michael
society.
Jordan.
You know,
Yeah.
people like Kyrie Irving. That's a noble guy in society.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
And Noble is one that's superior of his own class. Of his own.
They got status.
Yeah.
Yep. It says, but the Most High chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise.
Now this may look like foolishness. Oh, you got some, from their point of view, you got some niggas on the corner. They got some, look like some dresses. But this, when you read about the Lord and it say he had a garment down to his foot, this is what he had on.
Exactly.
Same color.
Ancient apparel. This is the apparel of our forefathers. We didn't wear t-shirts and jeans.
Right.
You know, we had ancient apparel. So when these people look at us, some niggas on the corner would look like some books and this and that, and cameras, and they yelling and they talking about the so-called white man and all this and a nigga woman, and you know. So in the eyes of the world, this looks foolishness. But what it say, brother?
It says, like, for the Most High have chosen the foolish things.
The Most High dealing with this. We don't got no money tray. We don't got no money tray. Hey, we gonna pass around this pot. We out here laboring. We gonna get a reward in that day.
And scripture saying, freely have you received, freely give. So we received this truth by our apostles. It was a great millstone, and we giving it out freely to you.
Exactly.
You know?
By the truth is selling up.
Yep. It says, but the Most High have chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. And the Most High, and the Most High have chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty.
Who's mighty?
Strongholds.
Just the so-called white man.
Exactly.
So-called white man can pull up right now with a helicopter and kill us right now.
They can send
You know,
drones over
send
there, strike
drones,
the
all
spot.
that. Follow us. You know, when we get done, follow us to our homes,
Yes.
all that.
Exactly.
You know, but there, we have a hedge of protection around about us.
right.
You understand?
Yep.
Go ahead.
And it says, and base things of the world and things which are despised.
Base things. Base meaning the lowly. You know, your baseboard, that's the lowly. The Lord is dealing with low individuals. You know.
Exactly.
And it says, and the base things of this world and things which are despised have the Most High chosen.
Despised.
Yeah.
Isn't the so-called black man despised?
Of course it is.
You going
Day one.
to the market, hurry up and buy.
Yeah. And they watching you. Don't
They
steal
watching you.
nothing.
You get
Yeah.
on the elevator,
Got that
that
right.
cross state person.
Yeah.
Go next to that car, you hear the door lock.
Yep.
They call us animals, man.
Yeah.
Look at these Edomites, they'll call us those animals.
Yep.
You know, you see it on specific
They
movies,
the animal
man.
all the time.
Yeah.
They're talking about their damn self.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, scripture call them base
They
food.
just do it on a larger level. That's all that is.
Yep. And it says,
How you doing, bro?
yea, and the things which are not to bring to naught things that are. Prophecies.
Yeah. Using the things that's not to come against the things that are. The things that are is the so-called white man ruling. He in his power. He is in his majesty. His face is on the money.
Now,
Right. His face is on the money. Like I said, he's the scholars. He's the historians, the archaeologists. He got all the wisdom. And the things that's us. We're not on no level in this society, but we're confounding these people through the word of truth.
They lie. They'll tell you they went to the moon. Everybody know they can't go to the moon.
And brother, as far as violence is abomination to the Lord, so the Lord blessed so-called white men with everything, right? But he blessed us with the truth that's thrown in the side, which is his word.
Yeah, that's exposing him.
Yeah. And this word is this word is greater than all the things he got in his word. You know? Because he wished he was us. You know, that's why they claim to be us, because they wish they was us. The scriptures talking about the Israelites receiving. You ever see the Marvel movies?
Like the Hulk, Iron Man,
Superman. You know about Samson? Samson
in the Bible.
Samson and Delilah.
Yeah, 7 braids. He was a mighty man.
they cut his hair.
Yeah. We're those people. We descend from those people. So they're jealous and envious that we descend from those mighty people that they read about in the Bible. You know? That's why they want to steal our nationality and claim to be us.
And call us black people. What the fuck is a black person? What is that?
Ain't no such thing really as a white person, because they have
ain't no such thing as black people and white people.
Double, bro.
But that's a covering cast over all the people, because in the Bible you have all the nations. Right here. These are who they call today, and these are their biblical nationalities. You know? But then they come out and say, oh, you got white people, black people, you know?
That's a
Those
spell.
are colors, man. That was social engineering.
Blumenbach.
It's a spell, because this world, when this double came over here, now it's really right now this America is founded upon witchcraft, man.
Yeah.
Everything they do, from signs and things, like you ever seen the movie? What's that movie? Obey.
They live.
Yeah, they live. They live. When he put them glasses on, which them glasses represent, this truth. He was seeing all the hidden spells and things the subliminal messages that they had, man, behind the scenes, and he's seen them for who they were, you know. And also too, that's us. We know, like you look at a pharmacy, man. You know, I don't see it right now, but a lot of these pharmacies got a cauldron and you know.
Yeah. When we say witchcraft, don't have the picture that these people try to paint a person with a witch hat. You know,
I know.
Witchcraft is basically founded on sorcery, and sorcery is drugs. Because you take certain drugs, you hallucinate, you start seeing shit. Which really, when you take drugs, you open yourself up to the spiritual realm. That's why people see demons and spirits and all that kind of stuff. So through witchcraft and spells, which is, when you look at that word spell, it just means a lie. It's just words that come together. That's why you got the word spelling. You feel me? It's words that come together and then they have vibrations. So when you are under a spell, you're under a lie. You know, something that somebody told you a lie, and you're just under that and you believe it. Like you believing that you're a black person. That's a spell. Those are words come together, and somebody told you that and put that vibration on it, and now you're under, I'm black, I'm African. You know?
It's a saying, brother, you can tell the truth. I mean, you can tell a lie for a long time, and eventually people will believe it. And that's what they did in regards of them lying to us in the media about who we really are. Us being true Israelites. Us so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Americans, because like the brother said, words carry vibrations, spirits. You know, so
But what's that
so when
say?
people so when people hear black, that word black, from the outside in, they automatically think like, oh, this a nigga, he's stupid, he's dumb, he's ignorant,
Yep.
he's a murderer,
No education.
no education. So
Thief.
words carry vibrations. You
And
know?
when you say a white man, you think, okay, blue collar
Suit
job,
tie up.
good credit, you live in a good neighborhood, you know, you got a smart car, you got a new one, you know, you had the American dream, a white picket fence, you know, his son Tyler, he's pristine in school,
Wonderful.
you know, wonderful, all
Go
A's,
to Duke University.
you know. So, like I said, that those things put out vibrations, you know.
And they only benefit they only reap the benefits of their forefathers. Like it's called privilege, you know. Versus us, we're reaping the wealths of our forefathers in slavery, man. Hence them, they got that saying, old money. And they forefathers got old money. That's how they can, you know, afford for their kids to go to specific colleges and specific things like that, you know. It's called privilege. That's why when we go to an interview at a job, we might not get the job, you know, based off of what? Why do they put a specific race on a application, man? You know, oh, black, oh, no, exit him out. Let's give him the lowest job in the lowest position at the job, man. Henceforth, you see this double. You go to a job 3 months in, this motherfucker, he a lead. You know, they got him in the easiest position, and he's a manager. You know, but all that's gonna be all that's gonna be done away with soon anyway, man. You know.
But how we can change it?
Huh?
How we can change it?
How can we change? Well, this is the start of it. You know, waking up. You know, this is the start of it. Us, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans waking up. This is the start of that change, man. That's why you see specific.
At 1
o'clock. 1 o'clock on Sunday.
Like what you're seeing go on right now in the planet Earth is called. Nice talking to you, brother. Shalom. What you're seeing go on the planet Earth right now is called prophetic events, prophesied by the scriptures. You know, I mean, in the Bible, and one of the most major prophetic events that's going to take place is who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ coming back to redeem us. Can you get Luke, the first chapter? To redeem his people, which are the Israelites, because that's who he only came for. So that's when this is ultimately going to stop, when we get delivered out of America and it's destroyed.
This is Luke 1:68. It says, "Blessed be the Lord God of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people."
So the only ones that are going to be redeemed, all right, are bought back. You know, if you were bought with a price, this is the start of it. Who the Lord died for on the cross, right? When you read St. John, the 17th chapter, who he ultimately came for are the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You know, he paid the price with his blood to bring us back to the Heavenly Father, to be a mediator toward us. When you read the book of Hebrews, to redeem us, man. That's the only reason that we have this truth right now in this world full of darkness that we're in. And that's why the scriptures say that 2/3 of these people are blinded still. They're ultimately going to get it on the other side. But right now, the ones that the Lord is redeeming, all right, are bringing back. The ones that, you know, the Lord's using, you know, like you said, how do we stop this? You know, it's going to start with his elect, man. You know, and us getting delivered out of here mentally first. And then ultimately the physical deliverance is going to come when the Lord comes back with the thousands of heaven, the angels, man.
What happened if black people can create their own religion?
I mean,
They can't.
right.
They can't create nothing.
Right.
Because they're not in their land. They're not in their power.
If this work be a man,
Yeah. If it was a man, it wouldn't be fruitful.
It's going to fail.
We got to
It's
go
gonna
to our
fail.
enemies are the one of all things. So we can't set up
Yeah, we gotta go to
proper
the enemy.
establishments here in order for us to truly prosper, because this land is a land of our captivity. We really wasn't brought over here to be prosperous. We was brought over here to be in servitude, slavery.
Yeah.
Hence why we came over here in shackles and chains and fetters and irons upon our necks.
As punishment for disobedience.
But that's the best answer. But can we create the black religion? Can we launch the black religion from Africa?
But there is no black religion. like we were saying earlier, there's no such thing as black. You know, now our religion.
No. What I mean is creating a religion for our people. To have religion for our people.
We already have that.
This our religion.
Indigenous people.
Our religion is the keeping of the law, the statutes, and the commandments. That's already created for us.
But the book doesn't belong to black people. The book belongs to Catholic Church.
Who says that this book doesn't belong to Negroes?
Who said that?
You ever read that book? You should read it.
There's a lot of people.
No, the problem is because we live in how do you call it, modern society.
Right, you're right.
When we live in modern society, Catholic Church has a copyright of the Bible.
Okay,
so,
yeah.
And Mecca has a copyright of the Quran.
Okay.
Okay, Bible and Quran guard the knowledge from black people because the first religion started with black people.
Right.
Okay, so they took our knowledge and developed the Bible and Quran.
Okay.
Okay.
Now let me stop you there. The difference between the Catholic Church, Islam, and all these different religions that have, translated and converted the Bible. In the Bible is found prophecies. And in the prophecies, it tells you the state and condition of these people on a sign in the last days.
In detail.
In very fine detail. So we know that this book belonged to us because of the prophecies that was foretold to happen to these people, to the Israelites.
We don't know when to fit that.
So whether the Catholic Church got the book, whether the Christian Church got the book and, translated and all that, that's cool. We're in the land of our captivities. That's expected from our enemies.
Yeah, that's right.
But what's not expected from our enemies is to understand the spirit that comes with the book. The spirit of the Most High gave us the understanding, starting with our elders and apostles, to decode the prophecies, the secrets, and the mysteries concerning the people that's on his sign. So that's how we know what's pertaining to us in regards to this book.
Because the Lord manifested this truth unto babes.
That's true.
Let me get this real quick. Let me read this real quick. This is Amos chapter 3.
We don't have those powers because
we do have that power. You got to believe.
You're looking at the power right now.
But
50 years ago, we have been hanging from trees for this.
Do we have like a black person who's like a global leader?
You're looking at them.
Looking at the global leaders.
You're looking at the leaders right now.
Right.
No, we're not dealing with the renowned and the mighty and the famous people of the world. The Lord, we just went into it. The Lord is dealing with the base and the lowly. You're looking at the future leaders right now.
There's all those people that's promoted, that's on the high level, they all been compromised.
Yeah.
They have a certain agenda that they have to abide by from the elites in order for them to push false doctrine to our people.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. From my understanding, I think that's why do they dominate black people? Is because they have they dominate black people through the Vatican, through the Mecca, because black people don't have a global leader.
Well, they use the Vatican.
We want to be on the same level with them.
No. They need to get on our level.
We're superior.
We better than them. We're higher than them. They're just rich.
That's all.
They just rule the world. They just rich. That's it.
Create money.
We got power. We built this society. We built Egypt. We built this world. The sports is dominated by these people on the sign.
Michael Jordan.
Music is dominated by these people. Sports is dominated by these people. Food, culture, dance is dominated by these people. Their inventions dominated by these people. This street was built by these people. That building right there is being built by these people. These people make the billionaires rich. So who is the powerful? Who holds the power?
Yeah, but we don't.
Oh.
We don't control the system.
Yeah, because we not
that's
ruling.
That's where the power is.
Yeah.
But that's a sign of someone's.
Look at,
That's a
like,
sign that someone's powerful. If a lowly and base people is able to build up a whole infrastructure.
We're the
for
crutches
rich.
of this system.
Yeah,
And
that's
this something that's base is what upholds the top.
Yeah.
That's
The pillars.
Yeah.
You see, everything was created. Everything comes from black people.
Yeah.
But the fact that we don't represent it in the global market.
We're not supposed to.
No, we are supposed to.
No,
we're not. No, we're not.
We're under curses.
No, so
we're under curses. We're not supposed to.
And you don't want we don't want to be in a system that's corrupt. We don't want to control a corrupt system. We want like the scriptures say.
We want a new heaven and new earth.
Hold on. The scriptures say when can you grab that? When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked is in authority, which the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, which are these people, when you get up to a certain specific level in this society, you become corrupt as them.
Well, yeah, but what I believe is, if we cannot lead worldwide, so our people will continue to suffer.
You know when we gonna lead worldwide? When our Lord destroy all this society.
And he's coming to do that soon.
When the Lord bring fire and his chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger with fury and his rebukes with flames of fire, as it is written, and the slain of the Lord it shall be many, then we're gonna rule the earth and everybody's gonna follow after our order.
That's right.
That's what we're gonna rule.
Just like he did
and with that,
Egypt.
One of you brothers can close out.
Hey,
you're the Egyptian society right there.
With that, we're gonna close out, brother.
Yeah.
With that, I'm gonna say, Lord willing, it's an edifying clap. I'm gonna say, call by your blood, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rahakadash. Double honors to our apostles, a great millstone who will wear the titles is truth. Peace, love, blessed salutations to you, Akim, that's part of the Bahasham, double daughter, house of David. To you few sincere sisters that also watch, shalom to you. Lord willing, this camp was edifying through the spirit and power of Yahawah Shema Shai. Another successful week. Lord willing, until next week. Shalom.
That's a